It is movie night. I got one woo. I got something.
Woo!
All right, I got hands. I got
How
some
about a boo?
clapping.
Only for
I
your
get those
mom.
later.
I mean, that's
No,
it. That's the only
she
person
wouldn't
that
like
no,
She has to cheer for you.
They did after the fact. It was just your mom.
No, it's actually she liked the drink she had from the Blue Box so much. She's,
It's true. You can cheer on the blue box. That's fine.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We all love
Hey.
the blue box.
Lena, could you turn the music off for me, please? And did you get your smoothie?
I ordered it.
And if the little smoothie is ready.
Oh, it's over. Get that.
all right. Well, that's a rough start.
I didn't see that. It was sitting over there.
Oh, you got it?
So I'll try that again. Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. It's movie night, and we've got a full lineup. In fact, we have so much to get to. We're prepared tonight. I don't know if we're going to get to all of it, so let's jump in. Let's introduce ourselves, and we will have other people joining us up here, but let's start with you on the end.
Great. My name is Chris Mao. I'm co-owner of the Blue Box Cafe here and co-host of this and many other fine shows.
Yes, and
Smoothie delivery.
Thank you.
thank you, and you.
My name is Alil Kanitsa. It's been a while since I've been here, so if you don't know, I do a lot of podcasts with Rob. I won't talk about those because nobody cares about those.
Oh.
But I will talk about the League of Geeks podcast.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Enough said.
So, yeah, League of Geeks. You're on League of Geeks.
Yes.
Yep. And when we record, you're on Nuff Said. And when we record, you're on This Week in Geek. And
Whatever else I'm needed in.
yes. And
Are
then
you
I'm
going
Rob
to do
Southgate.
disturbance? I'm sorry.
So that's all right. That's all right. You just talk right over me introducing. They'll hear enough of me tonight.
This is pretty good.
So
It's pretty good. Get the
Uh,
smoothie if you like them. I'm going to
so-
keep talking over Rob.
that's okay. So let's.
Wait,
yeah. I thought you had something. We're kind of out of our rhythm here. It's awesome.
No, it's
No,
not. We're not.
I totally did it
We're doing this on
intentionally.
purpose.
I know that.
There's no rhythm. It's purpose.
You're terrible at rhythm. 3 kids.
Actually, I have
all
good
right.
rhythm.
Let's go. Let's go. We're going to start out with our pop culture countdown, but we're going to do rapid fire. Have you done rapid fire before?
I don't remember.
Okay, so here's how rapid fire works. Here's how pop culture
I really
countdown
don't.
works. Basically, we take a subject and we say, like, you know, what's the best video game of all time? And then we have to come in and say what we think, like, the top 5 are. And then we battle it out until we get it down to the top 3 that we all agree on. This is rapid fire. This will devolve extremely quickly. It'll just be us talking about the subjects.
It won't.
But try to name your top, what should we say, 3 for each thing?
Sure.
All right. So the first subject, best movie set in
Film
Chicago.
set.
What do you say?
Blues
give me one of
Brothers.
them. Blues Brothers. You agree with that?
Yeah. I mean,
Audience, you
if-
can
if-
participate. I
if
like
we're
clapping.
saying set in Chicago, then yeah, I have to go there.
Well, yeah, it's set in Chicago.
But there's movies filmed in Chicago
Well, we could get to
that
that.
have changed.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of movies.
You're going old school with that one. Public Enemy?
Old school.
Okay.
What are you talking old school?
The old one. Oh, you mean the new one with Johnny Depp?
and
Yeah.
There's called this new wave of movies,
I know.
Rob.
I know.
It's called video.
It's called color.
What were you saying?
Movies in color, Rob.
The Fugitive is awesome. Not the second one, but the first one. First one's
I
awesome.
don't care.
All right.
Sorry. That's the line from the movie.
Yes, I know.
Dork.
I don't
Dork.
care. I get it. I get
Hello?
it. You want to do any impressions, Alil? We've got us a fugitive.
I'm trying to think of the best movie in Chicago.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, that was awesome.
Is that Chicago or is
That
that
is,
yeah.
I'm
suburb?
counting it as
Hold
Chicago.
on. Do you live in Chicago? Yes.
No, I live
Okay,
in
so you
Elgin.
want to be in the city limits. I am saying it's Chicagoland. Not all of
No.
Illinois is
Collar counties. Collar
Well, here,
counties.
I'm going to top you
the
there.
Coward County.
Collar County, because Blues Brothers is technically set in Joliet. Well,
Right.
they have parts in Chicago.
Right.
I'm going to top you there.
Okay.
Because the movie I'm going to say here
Is
actually
Lincoln.
uses Chicago.
Okay. Transformers, because that was terrible.
Yeah, well, Transformers. No. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
And that's in Chicago, though. That would be
That
But is
Chicago.
it better?
Yeah.
Is it a
And
better
it uses
movie?
Chicago more so than The Breakfast Club or anything else.
Is it a better movie than Breakfast Club, though?
I think so.
You think
I
so?
don't think so. But it's
You
on
think
my
Ferris
list.
Bueller's a better movie? I love Ferris Bueller's. You know what? I think for a Chicago movie, that'll make it. What? 16 Candles? but that doesn't use Chicago like what his argument is. Yes. You in the Cubs shirt? Yes. Right.
Hold on, 30 seconds.
30 seconds delay. We're not playing that game yet.
So,
but
filling
yes,
in for
Ferris
Martha
Bueller.
Southgate is dead.
Right. Okay, you got another one?
Untouchables.
Whoa,
I like
somebody said Wayne's
World's
World.
good.
That's Aurora.
Stan Mikita's
I'm
Donuts. in
still
Aurora.
saying that
Yeah.
counts.
True.
Still saying it counts.
Okay.
Actually,
Hold
if we're
on.
going by things that are shot here, but not necessarily are here, The Dark Knight.
Well, that's what I was going with.
Right.
Because
Like,
that,
if you're
that
going with
scene
shot
on
here-
Lower Wacker is iconic.
The Matrix was filmed here.
The Matrix.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm going with The Dark Knight because
What was
And
shot in
here.
Australia? Far and Away? Yes, I know.
I
Huh?
think was
Matrix?
it Reloaded shot here?
No, they did shoot.
No, they shot
did
a lot
shoot
of
stuff
scenes here. So
They, yeah, but they shot. Is it the third one? They shot a bunch of
hotel
stuff in.
scene in the where he first gets sucked in is at the Love Hotel at Ridge and Devon, and the bar scene with Trinity where he meets her.
Oh, this just in.
This just in.
Just scroll through those.
Oh.
Hey, it's called the interwebs. Here,
Now
here's-
we're gonna have to
here's
debate these
Here's
out.
another one I'm throwing out: Risky Business.
I already
Did
hit.
we say that?
I already hit
No,
the
we didn't say
thing.
Risky Business.
Risky Business is a good one. I'm just going to roll through them, and then we got to get the top three. I'm going to read them off, okay? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Disqualified, shot in Australia. The Blues Brothers. The Fugitive. High Fidelity. You guys suck. The Untouchables. Adventures in Babysitting. It's got Vincent D'Onofrio.
As Thor.
I love this movie. My Bodyguard.
Oh yeah,
Great movie.
The Bodyguard?
My Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard.
And
And I.
Oh God, terrible.
Sing it.
Terrible.
Alone.
Like you weren't
I'm
singing
not.
that to Spider-Man the other night during the movie.
I was.
I'll always love you. Shut up, Lil.
It's true. I was singing it again this afternoon.
Yep. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Spider-Man: Homecoming, best.
Those aren't pillows. Backdraft. I like Backdraft. That doesn't make it. Public Enemies. You said the Public Enemy, I thought.
Oh my God.
You said Public Enemies. The Public Enemy is the old one. So good call. Cooley High. About Last Night.
Rob Lowe.
Candyman. Road to Perdition is a hell of one. Hoop Dreams is a great movie. Chicago, Only the Lonely, The Breakup, Medium Cool, Love Jones, Barbershop 2, 8 Men Out. Yeah, we're getting down further here.
What-
Dark Side of the Moon with Transformers.
What-
When Harry Met Sally.
What was the one-
Oh, Primal Fear. Oh, my God. You see that one? That's a great film. Oh, The Sting. The one with Mary
Sting was
Tyler
her-
Moore.
The one with Mary Tyler Moore. and
Thanksgiving Day, the one with her and Jonathan
No.
Brandmeier.
They filmed it like in
Ordinary People.
Ordinary People. Yeah.
Yeah.
They only won a few Oscars. That's
How about
okay.
The Sting? That's a good one. Alil, one for you, Save the Last Dance. I know you're a big fan of that.
I don't even know what that is.
Step It Up 4 wasn't here.
Step It Up 4.
I would love it.
Continental Divide was mainly shot in Colorado, but that has some great Chicago stuff in it.
Magic Mike.
Flatliners, Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. That's not.
Wait, really? Was Bad Boys shot here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually took a screenwriting class from the guy that wrote Bad Boys. And he also wrote FX, which is a better film. FX is great.
Yeah. That's a great movie.
FX2 is not great, which is why there's no FX3. The Company, Thief. Thief is good. The Relic, not as good. Red Heat, not as good. Chirac, Negotiator. Did I get them all? You're thinking Bad Boys. I don't mean that Bad Boys. I mean the one with Sean Penn.
Sean Penn, and
okay.
S.A. Morales. The
Yeah.
kid.
That's where I was confused. I'm like,
Kissing a
wasn't-
Fool, Next of Kin, Rookie of the Year.
Weren't there a couple of
Divergent and The Lake House. I think I got them all.
Keanu movies? Wasn't that Cold Fusion one here too?
I don't know. Omen 2,
wasn't that baseball one?
The Hunter.
Oh, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I
No,
said
not
that
Rookie
one.
of the Year, the one with Keanu was the baseball coach.
Rookie of the Year.
Hardball.
Hardball.
Was that shot here?
I don't know.
That's another one of these.
I don't know.
Okay, so which one's best on here? What do you say are the top three of those
It's
we named?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No way. Blues Brothers.
Are we now? How
Blues
are we
Brothers
doing
is
it? Are
by
we doing
far
it
the
by
best movie.
the best movie, the one that represents Chicago best? What are you going by?
For me, it's best movie. If I have the Blues Brothers and I have Ferris Bueller on the channel, I'm going to go to Ferris Bueller.
You're wrong. No.
Well,
No, you're wrong. I'm going
not
Blues
old,
Brothers
so-
also.
I don't mean that at all.
I
not
do.
old.
I totally mean it. You're wrong. Blues Brothers is a better movie. Ferris Bueller's is great. So I vote Blues Brothers for one.
I've seen Ferris Bueller.
2
more.
is Ferris Bueller. 3 is The Fugitive. Those are my 3. That didn't make this list. So what do you say? And I love High Fidelity, but I don't think it's going to make that.
Oh, you know what? We didn't mention Home Alone was here, too.
Oh,
was it?
Home Alone. I don't think
Wasn't
that's
it?
as good either.
It was. Yeah.
I love it, but I think these 3 make it. Those are my 3. I'm drawing a line in the sand. Audience, what do you think?
I think Untouchables has got to be in the list.
You say Ferris Bueller's number 1.
Elgin
Okay,
can-
show of hands. We're debating between Blues Brothers and Ferris Bueller.
and Ferris Bueller was in Spider-Man: Homecoming. So
1, 2,
it gets in a
3.
bonus point.
Hey, you can't raise her hand. She's a little one.
The
1,
Blues
2, 3,
Brothers were
4,
in
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, Blues Brothers.
all the beautiful
1, 2,
young
3,
people.
4, 5,
Hey, all of the little
6,
kids, raise
7,
your hands.
8.
I'll give you
nine.
free.
Raise-
I'll give you
Ferris
free
Bueller
cookies.
won.
Ferris Bueller was in Spider-Man: Homecoming, and that's all that matters.
That was a quick Gallup poll. It was.
It was.
Yep.
Strike 3. No.
Yeah. Aw.
Uh,
So, okay.
I'll go with that.
All right, we're moving on. Best leading woman. So the way I look at this is, who is the one that when you hear she's in a movie, you gotta go?
Wait.
Well, no, seriously, because like when you hear like
hold on.
Chris Pratt, you're like, I love Chris Pratt. I'm gonna go see a Chris Pratt movie. Who do you say for best woman?
Are you Wonder Woman? Are you Diana Prince?
Yes,
Okay.
it's awesome.
I saw the sword. Yeah, that's why I said.
Yeah, she's got the sword in the back. She's hiding it in her butt cheeks, just like Wonder Woman. Go ahead.
Why not? See, it's outside.
Okay.
And I give you business about your kids.
I know.
Okay. One of them was a character, not an actress. So Molly said Amy Poehler and Amy Pond.
And Amy Winehouse.
And Amy Winehouse.
The 3 Amy's.
And Amy Bag of Donuts. So, okay, best leading lady. I like, for right now, Jennifer Lawrence. When I see she's in a movie, I'm immediately interested. I liked her in Passengers. I love her in the Hunger Games movies. She was great. What's that one?
Boogie, what's the ab scam one?
The ab scam. Yeah, that one. She was great
What
in
was
that.
they did ab scam?
She
What
was great in
about
that.
the ab scam? No, before your time.
I know. You don't know what that
I don't
is.
know what that is. Yes.
You don't know what that is.
The one with Christian Bale.
The Hustle.
Hustle, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Hustler
Hustle
or
was-
Hustler? Whatever. Hustler.
The Hustler? Okay. American Hustle. The third time's the charm. You have to sit right there because we're going to get it wrong every time.
Yeah.
What did you say? Sigourney Weaver. That's a good one, too.
You know,
Although-
I guess it depends. Like, if you're talking right now, like if Sigourney Weaver was in a non-sci-fi role, would I run?
All time. So when you see her name, you're like, you know it's going to be a good time.
What was that movie she was in with?
Ghostbusters?
No, not Ghostbusters.
He likes the
Zool.
remake
She was
only.
in that movie with
Avatar.
Accidental Tourist?
Chandler. What was that movie? And Bruce Campbell. It was just terrible.
Oh.
And Jennifer Love
Chandler.
Hewitt.
What is that?
Matthew Perry. It was a terrible
Oh,
movie.
God.
What is that?
Was that the Hoover Dam one?
Yeah, that
Hey,
happens.
look at
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins. All I got to
Yeah,
say.
look at the last
my
night.
In
God.
Transformers. He was terrific though in that
Oh, yeah.
movie.
But he's
Come on,
Hey,
man.
Bryan Cranston was great in the 2 minutes he was in Godzilla.
That's true.
That's right.
I'm not blasting him for it.
No.
Okay, so we've got Sigourney Weaver, we've got Jennifer Lawrence. Who else do you guys have?
Co-
Maggie Smith. We love Maggie Smith. She's always a good time.
What about Meryl Streep? I
Meryl
mean,
Streep? She should absolutely be on there.
I'm not running out to see a Meryl Streep movie.
Yeah, but you're running out for Ricky and the Flash or whatever that was.
What?
The Banger Sisters, wasn't she in that?
What?
I don't know.
Who Wong
I
Fu
love
and,
Meryl Streep. She's excellent. Shirley MacLaine. Yeah, but you're
Well,
not
hold
running
on.
out to see.
Hold
Judi
on.
Dench
Hold on.
is a winner.
Shirley MacLaine has to be in a movie in the last 400 years.
But her soul has been in one 200 years from now.
That's right,
So,
so-
she'll continue to do it. All right. Who do you name?
I don't know. Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
You know what?
Especially if they had a Black Widow movie, I'd be there.
Yeah, but you know what? I love her. She was in Ghost World. She was fantastic.
Ghost in the Shell?
No. But
good
in
in it.
Lucy,
She was good at
Lucy
Ghostbusters.
was
the
great.
movie, the movie was bad. She wasn't bad.
Yeah, she's not bad. She's actually
She's
she
good
would
in
be
it.
in the running.
I don't.
Sally Field.
Sally Field.
Strike. Uma?
Puma?
Uma Thurman.
Oh, Uma Thurman. No. I love her in Kill Bill. No, I love her in Kill Bill. But then
No.
there's that movie, The Avengers.
You're wrong.
That's not her fault.
That was
That's not her fault, though.
terrible.
Well, yeah, but
she was terrible in it.
but
Not Marvel's The Avengers.
Not Marvel's The Avengers.
with the one that Rob slept through.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
one, yes. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, the first Avengers movie that I slept through was the one with Uma. That was awful.
Who directed
Awful.
that?
Bob Saget.
No, did Richie? Guy
I don't
Ritchie
know.
direct that?
No, he didn't direct that.
I don't remember.
No. To the internet.
It's
the
either
internet.
him or Edgar Wright, isn't it? It's one of those
No,
two.
it was not.
Oh,
Edgar
oh,
Wright.
she just named a really good one.
Charlize
What?
Theron. Yeah.
Charlize
I
Theron.
can't wait for Atomic Blonde.
I cannot wait. And she was so great in Road Warrior. Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah.
You know what?
Road
on.
Warrior.
Yeah.
Fury Road.
Fury
Fury
Road.
Road.
Monster, she was amazing in.
His name
She
is
was good
Amazing.
at Aeon Flux.
And Cider House
She was
Rules.
really
in-
great.
in
Yeah.
Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
We don't need another
Oh,
hero,
wait.
Lil.
Was she Master or
Master Blaster. Remember that?
I do.
You should cosplay Master Blaster. Get your son to sit up on your shoulders, and you could do Master Blaster, and you could just have the hood on. It'd be awesome.
No.
Jodie Foster, she could be a contender.
Eh.
Nope.
Yeah, you know what?
Julia
You're right.
Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Slowly I turn,
Terrific.
step by step. No.
Let's
and
talk about Julia Roberts.
It's
and Mystic
because
Pizza.
of that. No, she's
Hold on.
fine in that, and she's fine in Flatliners. It's that second Ocean's 11 movie, Ocean's 12. I hated her so much in that, and it was her.
she
Ugh.
played herself?
Yeah.
What?
And that made me.
Dude, how
I
could
couldn't
you hate
stand
that
it.
movie?
Oh,
There were way
that movie was
there were
terrible.
way worse things to hate in that movie than that. Matt
No, that
Damon
part-
was
that
awful.
made me crazy.
Awful.
Awful. The whole
Awful.
thing. It's awful.
He's out.
Oh, he did Christmas Vacation.
which is a fantastic.
so.
the best
I
Christmas
got
movie ever.
And Benny and June. I actually like Benny and June. Yeah, he just had one really bad one in there.
Not.
I love Christmas
what's the
Vacation.
reindeer one? What's the one with Ben Affleck where he?
Reindeer
Games?
Games? What's that reindeer movie with Ben Affleck? Reindeer Games? No, it's got reindeer in it. That sounds like Martha now.
Shut up.
What is it? Yeah, we know it's Reindeer Games. And Phantoms. He was the bomb in that.
He was. Nothing wrong with that.
Phantoms. Affleck.
Are we talking about female leads?
So
though?
who gets it on the top three?
What about Helen Mirren?
Helen Mirren is awesome. Yep. Lil's like, I only like new actresses.
No, but I
Erin Morin.
I'm
You
looking-
love her.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this way. You said run out to go see. So who would I go and spend $12 at the theater to see? And
Scarlett
everybody-
Johansson.
Well, because she would probably be
Who
in
did I say?
movies
That you would
I
like.
would like to see. Yeah, like Avengers or.
Well, let's put it out if there was a movie. Well, okay, I can understand.
No, I'm
this.
talking just like with Robert Downey Jr.
If Helen Mirren's starring in a movie, and it's not like a movie I care about, I'm not going to run in and see it. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
so
but that's
that was
true
your
of probably
criteria.
anybody.
Well, right.
Name an actor. You can't
Hold
name
on.
an actor that you
we
do
might
that
go
for.
see a Jennifer Lawrence movie just because she's in it, though.
Well, exactly. You
Exactly.
might see Jennifer Lawrence, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and she's been in a lot of good things.
It made me want to see, like Passengers, when I saw Jennifer Lawrence come up, I went, this looks interesting. She's good. She's a hell of a good part in that, too. So
Yes.
I'm voting her.
I'll pay to go see Marissa Tomei in a solo Aunt May film, where she becomes a superhero.
She better hurry because that clock is ticking, ticking, ticking. See?
Terrible.
I know.
Dick,
It's way
I'll
earlier
have
than
the
you,
lunch.
Lil. I'll have the lunch.
You guys
Sorry.
reading your old jokes.
Yeah, right.
That's a great.
I'm
That
sure.
that movie is fantastic.
It
That's
is.
awesome.
All right, so who's the top?
Do we
is
even
it
have a
Jennifer
top three?
Lawrence?
Audience, who do you think is the top three? Sigourney Weaver is all three.
Just be
Always Sigourney Weaver.
old, middle-aged, and young.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver. She
She
wins.
covers it all.
She
Maggie
did
Smith,
Aliens. That's all you got to know.
Well, she will be the villain in Defenders for Netflix, and I can't wait
Judi
to see that.
Dench. All right. Let's move on. Best. This one is not making me happy, but it's fine. Best
Why did you put
musical.
it? Who put
Yeah,
that in there?
Who wanted Best Musical?
Because I thought it's going to make us talk about something, but now I'm sorry I did it. So
There's only one musical that matters, and that is Guys and Dolls. That's it.
because you were
Guys
in it
and
in high
Dolls.
school.
I was in it in high school.
Yep.
But I'm telling
Yep.
you. Yeah.
I was in there. I
Yeah.
did it.
A little. Sit down. You're rocking the boat.
I'm telling you,
I
man.
say, Singing in the Rain and the South Park movie.
Well,
Not the movie.
producers-
That was terrible. But the South Park movie was amazing as a musical.
Oh, the first 15 minutes are great.
Yep. What would Brian Boitano do? Yep. Fiddler on the
Hold
Roof
on.
is a hell of
what
a
about
movie
West Side
too.
Story? Come on.
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Don't be sorry. We're going to reduce points though.
You're
What's that movie
So-
I don't like that you like?
Molly loves
Sound of Music, just because of
Sound of
Sound of
Music's
Music,
great.
just because of Nicholas Hammond, and Nicholas Hammond played the '70s Spider-Man. That's the only reason.
I
will
would like to see
nominate
Nicolas
that.
Cage in the remake.
Nicholas Hammond was Spider-Man in the 1970s.
Nick Holt, Nicolas Cage, and Nick Jonas
Nick Jonas. Yeah.
in the singing. It just
Their dads thought of their names while they were shaving.
I guess.
Top secret joke. All right. So what about musicals? What do you guys think? I'm serious about South Park. I think that deserves to be there. I loved La La Land. We just saw that. I loved that. I don't think it deserves Best Musical, though.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
I think Singing in the
I'm-
Rain.
I'm saying Guys and Dolls.
You're saying Guys and Dolls.
Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
Nathan Detroit.
it's good.
It's
I was
good.
I was in that in junior high, so it was.
So because you were in it,
It's not because I was
think
in
it-
it. I've watched that musical. I own that musical. It's a great musical.
okay.
I'm going to throw out Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I'm not. I'm going to
White
throw it out
Christmas?
too.
I
White Christmas.
love it.
See, Singing in the Rain and La La Land are Molly's
Singing in the
votes.
Rain.
I could say Singing in the Rain. It's
I think Singing in the Rain is the perfect.
but we haven't even
musical.
brought in the Music Man, which is also great.
And Music Man, yeah. Yeah, my mom. Do you need a
I got your
microphone out
mom,
there, lady?
yes, that's it.
Hate that movie.
Do you?
Do you have like phobias of the flying monkeys? Don't you?
No, I don't.
I
It's
hate
just
that.
so boring.
The special effects are lame.
No, it's just boring.
Okay.
And my kids love it. My daughter over there loves it.
High five
I'm
to your
like,
daughter.
Ah,
I love it too.
no,
It's all good.
boring.
Spider-Man's in it. Did you know that?
If he was in it, it'd be a lot better.
There's a Spider-Man swing.
Spider-Man was one of the flying monkeys. That was before he got the costume. Did you know that?
You're terrible.
Yep. Yep.
I thought it was Glenda, the good witch of the north.
If you watch Wizard of Oz and you think of it as a sequel to Lord of the Rings, it's amazing.
Or if you sync up Dark Side of the Moon with it. too.
Yes.
All of
Always do that. Try to match up movies. If you put Wizard of Oz after watching Lord of the Rings and go, this is what happens later. It's awesomeness.
How does that at all matter?
Hobbits become the Munchkins.
It
The
makes no
witch.
sense.
Yeah,
Like-
no, it's perfect. The Wicked Witch has the Eye of Sauron. Come on.
Where?
When she's look at the poppies, she's looking at her. She's
That's-
looking in the Eye of Sauron.
No.
That's
It
it
works.
Those are Palantirs.
You are reaching,
Not at all.
like,
This is what I think about.
and I feel sorry for your wife.
You should. Yeah.
Well, it's
you know what? I
fine.
feel sorry for you,
There's
Jenny.
a lot of things I don't like.
What?
There's a lot of things I don't
Wonder
like.
Woman's gonna kick.
We
your
know
butt.
you're the hater in the group.
It's true. Which
Yep.
is fine.
Unless Spider-Man's in it,
See,
I
I
don't
don't know.
like it. Did Marvel make it? Did Disney make it? You'd love it if it was Disney. You'd be like, oh, Wonder Wizard of Oz or whatever is the best because Disney made
If
it.
it was a Disney film, it probably would be
Yep.
the best. If Disney got to do it, it would be a lot better than what it was.
They did. It's called the Great and Powerful Oz.
Or Wiz. or The Wiz.
I love The Wiz. I wouldn't put that as best musical, but I love that one.
Michael Jackson was in it.
It's bizarre. I like it because
And,
it's completely bizarre.
Oh, it's
Completely bizarre.
who's in it? It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Nipsey Russell.
Is it like Ben
Diana
Vereen?
Ross.
Is it Nipsey Russell?
Yeah, it's Nipsey Russell. Isn't Nipsey Russell in
He
The
plays
Wiz?
the Scarecrow.
No, Tin Man.
And who plays the lion?
Michael Jackson's the Tin Man. Who plays the lion? I don't know. Ben Vereen.
I thought that's who it was.
I'm guessing.
I don't know who made this list. All right, next.
So what
category.
musicals did we come to an agreement? Audience, do you have any?
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge. Never watched.
No,
Nope. Sorry. You're going to have to leave.
that's more like an MTV channel than it is a musical. Into the
Nope.
Woods.
I'm sorry. You're
You
going
know
to have
what?
to
Into
leave
the
for that
Woods
one,
isn't
too.
bad. I saw
Are
that
you
in
kidding me?
Mary Poppins.
Ooh, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang doesn't go
No,
above Mary
Disney
Poppins.
movies count because it's the only movies that do count.
I actually would say Mary Poppins should be in there.
Over Sound of Music? Over
No.
over West
No,
Side
not
Story.
over Singing in the
over
Rain.
West Side Story.
I don't know.
Over what did you suggest?
I don't really like
Guys in
musicals
Alice is
that
good
much.
too.
I don't really like these that much anyway. I'm trying to figure out what I like, and it's like there's like two.
Spinal Tap.
If you could call that a musical, that would be number one with a bullet.
Blues
I-
Brothers is a musical technically.
Blues Brothers wins 2 categories tonight for me.
It didn't win at all. It didn't
3
win the
because
last
Carrie
category.
Fisher
Yeah,
was
no,
amazing in that. Carrie Fisher in the Blues Brothers, best actress.
Best leading lady. We didn't even get
Yep.
But we can't go see it. Never mind.
All right. Did we get answers?
we
Are
have
we
Star
done?
Wars.
her. Unfortunately.
All right.
we
I'm going to
did.
play trivia. We have movie trivia. Sound of Music. I love Sound of Music. That's a good one. There's Nazis in it.
There's, not,
I don't care for
there's
the Sound of Music.
Illinois Nazis. Illinois Nazis win.
The Blues Brothers take 2 categories. All right.
Three now.
All right. I'm going to ask a question, and these might be too easy. I'm going to ask the audience these questions. Let's see how much you guys know. Let's see. I'm going to pull out Silver Screen Edition and watch a little fail at every one.
Over screen.
Silver Spoons Edition. Yes.
Ricky
You'd rock
I
that
love
one.
Ricky Schroeder.
I know you do. You'd rock that one. You'd be like, "Oh, this is my category." What movie involves sushi, a volleyball, and Kelly Frears? Really?
Castaway.
Castaway.
Okay, this game just became you beat Alil because Alil's right. Alil just scored 10 points. All right, here's the next one. This is you against
It was
Alil.
Castaway.
One tagline for this film read, "They ain't afraid of no ghost."
Ghostbusters 2.
Audience gets the 10 points. You didn't say it fast enough. Staying Alive, the sequel to Saturday Night Fever, was directed by Sylvester Stallone. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
You get the 10 points. That sucked.
Really? He directed.
Yeah, he directed that. Did you ever see that one? That's on
Terrible.
John Travolta.
It's
I did
awful.
not.
And
It's so
it's
bad.
awful. He
It's
becomes
so
like a
bad.
dancer in New York. Not like a club dancer, but like he's going to get a serious job now.
No, I did
It's,
It's
so
bad.
bad.
He wears a headband. It's awful. It's in gold lame.
not. Nothing wrong with the headband in Gold Woodman.
Cool. That's a little.
Well, okay, this is a different one. It's Movie Mania. What movie features John
That's
Travolta's
right.
first starring role?
No, wasn't that Boy in the Bubble?
Ooh, that's awesome. I like that boy in the plastic bubble. Is
The
good.
Moops. So you don't have it? His first starring role was Saturday Night Fever. That's the one that made him. Boy in the Plastic Bubble was a TV movie. That doesn't
a
count.
movie.
So
That
said
doesn't
movie.
count.
You just
That
said it wasn't
doesn't
starring.
No,
All right, okay, fine.
I don't see Adam Sandler's new movies getting Oscars. Well, that
I
was
think
a terrible
It
argument.
doesn't matter where they're
Hey, don't
presented.
talk bad about Adam Sandler movies. My son over there loves
Nikki?
That's
Pixels.
That's because his movies are targeted at that age. Yep.
He's been obsessed with Pixels. It's been running
Nonstop.
nonstop in my TV in my car.
That's all right. You're the right age for that, buddy. You're not.
What's
I hate the dawn. The grass always looks as though it's been left out all night. What? Nobody's going to get that but my dad, and he didn't hear it. That's a movie quote from The Dark Corner. Anybody? Like you're going to know this? I hate the dawn. The grass always looks as though it's been left out all night.
You gave the answer, and then you
Yeah,
reread
from The
the
Dark
question.
Corner. Okay. Here's another
Yeah,
quote. Oh, Paul, I've read everything of yours. I know them all by heart. All 8 of them. I love them all.
Misery.
You didn't get that one. And
I watched Misery once, and I did not care for it.
in Dances with Wolves, what is the Indian name of the girl John Dunbar falls in love with? And it's not Avatar.
The Postman.
It's the same movie. It sucks. Huh?
The Postman. No.
The Postman.
I don't know.
It is Stands with a Fist.
Okay.
All right?
Dude.
This is some great questions you got here lined up for us
These are
tonight.
movie questions. All right. Name the actress who appeared in the following: Bone Collector, Pushing Tin, and Gone in 60 Seconds.
Angelina Jolie.
Did you see the answer?
Huh? No.
Cheater. A tagline for this 1984 film
Bone Collector's a
exclaimed,
great movie.
"The heat is on."
Heat.
48.
Beverly Hills Cop. Yes.
I know who sang the song.
In 1987, Cher, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Susan Sarandon portrayed
Witches of
Bear
Eastwick.
Truck.
Witches of
I
Eastwick.
know.
No, Susan Sarandon.
who resided in this town. They win. I'm such a jerk.
It's us versus the Lil. Everyone.
Oh, yeah, you lose. These Seen It ones are a lot easier. These were terrible. Let's pull one of these again. Nope. Who play? Oh, I know this one. So, who plays the role of Doc, Deborah Ringer's love interest in the movie Cannery Row? We're talking old school here. Do you even know what Cannery Row is?
No?
It ran on HBO like every day when I was in high school.
When you were in high school, I wasn't born.
Is it Michael Rooker? Michael Rooker. I don't know. I have no idea.
No, it's Nick
Michael
Nolte.
Rooker.
It's
They're
Nick
the same
Nolte.
age.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. That's right. That's right, Reggie. Well, what does he say? Give me a quote, a Nick Nolte quote.
I can't. What?
All right.
Where's that Deborah Winger at? Okay.
That's,
What do you mean?
that's just terrible.
Here's a quote.
People
Tell me what
getting
this is
ready to
from.
leave.
I will not be ignored.
You every morning.
Me on every podcast.
It's one where she boils the bunny. Fatal Attraction.
Watership Down. No, you're right. Fatal Attractions.
Another movie I never really watched. So.
Really?
Oh God, it's.
Why? It came out when I was a kid, and I have no desire to go back and see it.
I don't either. So Glenn Close is great at it. We didn't say Glenn Close. She's excellent. One tagline for this film reads, "Love is wonderful until it happens to your only daughter."
Father of the Bride.
Chris gets it. You lose. We are killing a
Good
little
one. I
on
was
this
thinking
one.
about that. That's.
Okay.
That sounded like a Steve
I was thinking
Martin.
Cheaper by the
Cheaper by the dozen.
But then he had too many daughters. It wasn't the only daughter.
In the film
$5,000.
Smokey and the Bandit, as opposed to Smokey is the Bandit, what type
Smokey
of
and the Bear?
car does Bandit drive?
BG and the Bear.
It's a
Charger.
No, it's a Trans Am, right? A T-top Trans Am.
Yes. And
I don't know.
Deb saw it because her favorite, Sally Field, was in it.
Who?
Bonus points if you can do the Burt Reynolds laugh. Go.
I've never seen that movie.
What is wrong with you?
Hold on. I
He's
get these
not
all.
that young.
I get these all
he
confused.
thinks he's that young.
Is Smokey and the Bandit with Jackie Gleason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
it's
get all
Jackie
this-
Gleason, and his partner is his son
his son.
is Paul Williams. Shall we get him, Daddy?
He has some of the best.
Buford T. Justice.
They could never.
Do you know
that
they're
movie now.
remaking that? Did you know that?
How could they do that? They couldn't use any of the punchlines. They can't use any of the things that he said in the
I
entire
know it's
movie.
everything is racist and sexist.
It's sexist, yes.
Yeah. Yep. It's going to be great.
It's going to be Transformers.
Yeah. It's got Anthony Hopkins, and
He was pretty good in that, though.
Agreed.
okay.
I'm going to say it again.
All right. I'm doing one more set of
Mark
questions.
Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg.
He was terrible.
Who's going to be the driver?
For which film did Oscar De Niro win his first Oscar?
Robert De Niro?
What?
You said the first.
Taxi driver.
I still couldn't hear it.
Raging Bull, he said.
Raging Bull.
Is there, I said taxi
No.
driver. Not taxi driver?
No.
Which Godfather
Dirty
2?
Grandpa. No.
By the dozen.
Rocky and Bullwinkle. No, what is it? Anybody?
And when it's first?
His first Oscar.
Yeah, repeat the question. Because,
Okay.
like, you,
For which film did Oscar De Niro win his first
who?
Oscar?
Oscar De Niro?
Robert De Niro win his
You
first
said it
Oscar.
twice. You said
We already said that answer. That's as bad as me saying Oscar De Niro.
You said Oscar.
twice. He said Oscar De
De
Niro twice.
Godfather 2.
Chris said Godfather 2.
Godfather 2
Did you say it too
Two.
or also?
as well.
As well. Name the actress who appeared in all the following films: Rocky Horror, Pretty Baby, Dead Man Walking. Dead Man Walking. Yes. Alil, give her $5. All right.
All right.
What's our next subject?
Can you break 100?
You can have a smoothie.
We're doing Real Idiots. Martha, come join us. So
we're doing just fine up
Yeah,
here.
I know. We've been real idiots so far. So let's get a little business out of the way. First of all, everything we do here, we do these shows once a month, the second Saturday of each month, and we theme them. This one happens to be movies. So everything tonight, the trivia, the conversation is all about movies. The next one we have in August, I think it's the 8th, is Trivia Game Night, or no, it's just Game Night.
August 11th.
August 11th. Don't show up on the 8th. We've made up a lot of game shows that we do here, and we're going to play those games just for the whole time we're here. We do Trivia Mayhem. We're going to play 30-Second Delay. We're going to play Geek Duel. Yes, and we might have a new one that we're going to debut.
Throw Rob under the
so
bus.
these are all good. They're all fun. So we're going to be doing that on August 11th. If you want to follow us on our website, which is southgatemediagroup.com. And you can follow us on Twitter at SMGPods. Basically, if you go to our website, all of our Twitter and Instagram accounts and everything are there. We have been working hard on Instagram and Twitter lately, so lots of content going on. We do a show together called This Week in Geek. We've been blowing it up on there. And then also, if you want to know geeky, nerdy stuff going on around Chicago and the Collar, and now we've added Indiana and Minneapolis, apparently, we have a website or a page on Facebook called Geek N Out. And we just post all the cool events that are going on. We try to dig in there and find interesting signings and plays and movies and all sorts of stuff that are going on. It's just a way to keep in the loop. So like the Geek and Out page and stay in the loop. And we've started adding reviews to that too.
Yes, we have.
Let's see. One last thing. We keep these free. We do have a suggested donation of $5. It's not like it's, as much as seeing Spider-Man twice. But we have a box for donations over there. Those are for Southgate Media Group. They are what pay for the microphones and these amazing games and this, which I just shot myself with. So there you go. If you'd like to support Southgate Media Group, please, donation box is right there. We would love it. That's it for, give your social media. SMG Pods.
At LOGEEKZ for the League of Geeks podcast.
And Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176.
And our show is on Facebook under Live at the Blue Box. All of these can be found at Google Play, Google Plus, I don't know what they call it now, Stitcher, and iTunes.
It's not iTunes, isn't it? The Apple podcast store. They changed it, didn't they?
Did they? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it as iTunes. So whatever. It's the Apple thing. So it's the purple thing with the microphone or the guy in the middle. That's the Apple app. I know, Lil's a hater.
Dave Tennant?
I only use Podbean.
What are you talking about? I have an iPhone.
What are you talking about?
He's very angry today.
All right.
I know.
Can we move on to Real Idiots?
Yeah.
All right.
Where's your
so
wife?
I think you've already started this.
we are Real Idiots, hence the name. Basically, we're just talking about the movies we've just seen recently. You know me, I never get out to the movies. It's very rare. Yes. So, yeah, Anna, come join us. Okay, so on This Week in Geek, we do live events.
Slide over,
She's
Rob,
going to
and
go
put a-
right here, just like we were at the movie. She's going to sit next to Alil. Yep.
You're so mad.
You sat next to me because you're trying to reach for my Spider-Man head.
Oh, you sat next to me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hold on. We're in a theater with 20 people, and all of us sat 10 next to each other.
It's true.
That was so we could snuggle. Check. Check, check. All right, which one is this? 2. Check, check, check. All right, I'll talk in
Yes.
this one. So,
Spider-Man.
I'm a lot
Hey,
louder than
man.
Anna anyway. So now I look like a little
We
person
can no
on
longer be
Facebook.
friends.
I represent the Lollipop Guild.
You know, there's a stool over there, too, by the way.
Yeah.
The worst. I am the CEO whisperer, by the way. There we go.
Much better.
Thanks for joining us, Frodo. Appreciate it.
Now I know how Martha sees the world.
Ha.
So let's talk about the first one, but that actually wasn't the first one I was going to talk about, but let's talk about it. On This Week in Geek, we there's another reason to follow us. We will do impromptu live things where we will just meet at movies or whatever, and we call it the Rolling Sausage Party. We had a Rolling Sausage Party the other night for Spider-Man, and this time a girl showed up. Hi, Anna.
Hi.
Anna came with, and we went to the 10:30 show of Spider-Man and sat through a half hour of previews and
20 minutes of
Amazing.
hilarious.
talked through the entire thing with the previews. But it was like watching This Week in Geek without being recorded.
And hearing Rob just laugh out loud at things.
Oh, yeah.
And a little scoff. Puh. Puh.
I'm trying to
Hold
enjoy
on.
this movie.
The Valerian
Rob.
thing came on. All I heard is, that's going to suck. This is horrible.
Yeah, that was you.
You did. And Rob's like, no, it's going to be great. I'm like, nope, Dane DeHaan, terrible.
But Pitch Perfect 3
I already
looked
know.
amazing.
Pitch Perfect 3,
Yeah,
I'm okay.
you were the one
I'm
like,
not going to
oh.
go see it in the theater, though.
Oh, I love it.
No.
The
No,
pitches are back.
I said that. I like it.
Oh, it was
Oh, you liked it?
I like
yeah,
Pitch
he
Perfect.
said it.
It
I,
was-
Lil loves it too.
Two of us were excited.
I never saw the second one.
I am Anna. But, okay.
How,
All right.
You can hear me now?
Hold it kind of straight on.
Ma, ma,
There
ma.
you go.
We're loud.
eh,
I
hey,
know.
Chris doesn't even have his mic on. That's how loud he is.
Lil and I are running solo.
Lil is the loudest.
I am because I don't need a mic.
A lot of hot air.
It's true. It's all right.
He
All
brings
right.
his own internet connection.
So
With him.
let's ask Anna what she thought first. Excuse me.
Ooh.
Anna, what'd you think of the movie? And what'd you think
I-
of going to the Rolling? What'd you
I
think about going to
know.
the Rolling Sausage Party?
Well,
Was that the experience of a lifetime?
It was everything I dreamed of.
I'm just not you. I'm shaking my head at Rob. It's
Was
like,
a little as weird as you thought? Because going in, you were a little nervous about him.
I was
She saw your feed, our
So-
little Twitter feed.
okay.
Jenny, do you know what he
I
does?
wasn't nervous about you.
You're nervous about Chris?
No.
You.
He was just talking the two of you up, and I was like, oh, God, what am I getting myself into?
I don't know what he
Spider-Man.
says. but-
Spider-Man is what it is.
You should.
Anyone that would like to see my Twitter feed or my my Messenger feed
Don't do
would
it.
know exactly what they're
No, don't
getting
do
into.
it. Bad idea.
I
More?
can't. Anna's so
I can
quiet.
talk
She's already up to a
louder.
10.
Yeah, get your voice up there.
I'm trying.
Project.
Talk like you're really trying to talk to Martha from here.
You mean sitting on the couch next to her at home?
Yeah. Yes. So, all right. So, Alil wasn't as weird as you thought.
No. And I've
Okay.
met Chris before, so.
But
you met
clearly
Chris.
am not.
No.
I don't know. You were sitting there with a little Spider-Man head the whole time. That was a little.
So what? It was a popcorn thing. The thing
I looked
sold.
over at one point,
It's
and
not
I
like
think he
brought
was
it from
petting it.
home. Brought my Spider-Man head.
That was this afternoon.
True.
Yeah, but you could have taken it to the car. You're like, no, I have to watch it with my buddy.
No, that was never said.
Okay.
Oh, no, I think I looked over at one point, and he was petting the head. He was just like.
I don't think I was, but
I don't think I was,
maybe.
but I might
Precious.
have been.
Maybe, I guess.
So, how about the movie? We're not going to spoil the movie. I just want to know. Did everybody see Spider-Man yet? Who hasn't seen it? That table.
You have or
Saw
have
it or
not?
not? Ooh. You're going to have to talk to us in a minute. You guys see Spider-Man? No? You saw it? You see it?
Yeah, if
saw
you
it.
watch Boss Baby and
Okay.
Baby Driver, it's the same movie.
We're not
Follows
going to
in.
spoil anything. I promise you.
And Babadook.
Did you
And then
did
the
you
Babadook
like
kills
Spider-Man?
them all.
I loved it.
How did it compare to the other ones for you?
Well, Tobey Maguire he's got my heart, but this was a very this was a very good movie.
All right.
There's some crazy surprises in there.
So there's stuff you did not expect.
No. there-
And it kept your interest even though it was like 11 at night or
I was on the
12
edge
or-
of my seat while
We
you
got out of there at
geezers were falling asleep.
I did not fall asleep for a second.
No, that's just how he breathes. He sounds like he's snoring. It's true. I'm like, man, Rob is the loudest breather I've ever heard.
He just stops breathing for no reason.
Like,
Ah!
I have allergy issues sometimes. So sometimes, like, you'll hear it, look, but like Rob, the whole time was like a lawnmower going next to me. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I did check a few times if he was sleeping,
Yeah.
but he was awake because I kept seeing his like fingers, like Mr. Burns. He was like, I'm like, what is going on?
Sadly, that's all true. We went to see.
He sits awake snoring. I'm like, who does that?
He sleeps with his eyes open.
We went to see. I don't know, some movie with Jennifer Aniston, and there's no music in it. It's like the most silent movie. The Good Girl. It's silent. There were like 10 people in the theater. I've discovered I make a lot of ambient noise. It was like, yeah, like crunching popcorn was nothing compared to the sounds I apparently make. Because I'm just sitting there, and she'd be like, "Was that you?" It was. How did you hear that? Yeah, breathing, gurgles, other things. It was awful.
I've never heard anybody snore while
Was
awake.
I snoring while I was awake?
Like you sound like it was
You
a
purr.
lawnmower next to me.
You're like a cat purring.
I love that.
That was one of the reasons why I really thought of going on Friday night by myself to see Spider-Man again. Because I'm like, I must have missed something in dialogue here because Rob was really loud just breathing next to me.
Wow. I'm so glad I don't have to sit next
I
to
had
myself.
I had that on one side, and then the kid next to me was talking.
Was
the
I that
entire
loud
time.
for you too, Anna?
No, you were fine.
Oh, see?
Compared to that
Snap.
kid.
Oh yeah, compared to the other guy.
See,
Sure.
like I was worried that people would think it was me because I'm like I'm a big guy, so they're like, oh, that guy's
Wait.
mouth breathing.
You were next to me. You
And I
have
was
nothing
next
to worry
you,
about.
but I don't know if you could hear it over me, like hear Rob over.
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Let's just say we were loud.
I've movied with Mr. Southgate before.
Am
so-
I loud?
No, I don't know.
See?
I'm loud too.
Hold on, I'm gonna make some ambient
I
noise.
actually held my breath for a few minutes, just a few seconds, just to make sure it wasn't me hearing.
Wait, is that me?
breathing
Wait,
crazy?
that's
Am
what I
I,
heard.
am I dying right now?
Is that
Wait,
what I heard the dialogue?
am I having a heart attack? No, it's not.
It's just Rob breathing. Next
Is that why I kept seeing a guy run around the corner with defib? Oh, okay.
Oh, it's okay.
No,
Go
it's
back.
okay.
He's okay.
All right, back to the movie.
So
what'd you
anyway,
think of the movie?
Spider-Man, you liked it.
I loved it.
Cool.
It was great.
And you like Tom Holland? You think he's a good Spider-Man?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
All right, from a young lady's perspective, is he a cutie pie?
He's alright.
He's all right. All right. From a middle-aged bozo's opinion, is he a cutie pie?
I'm not middle-aged. I'm
I
only,
bet you
I'm
are.
only 38.
There's no way you're not middle-aged.
He's younger than you.
When I break 40, you can say middle. I am 38.
Yep. I'm over the middle age.
No.
I'm over the hump.
No.
Not mine.
Let's.
Mine's probably a
Let's
little
be
lower
real.
than that, but just a little.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris. You go.
What? No. Talk, please.
All right. Well, Spider-Man is my favorite character of
Get
all
outta here.
time. So when I saw the first Spider-Man, I remember my wife even telling me the minute like the credits went through, she literally told me, and she'll agree. She's like, "Close your mouth," because my mouth was open. I was just like,
Well, that's because
It's
you're
happening.
breathing heavy.
"Well, yes." But I think that this movie knocked it out of the park. This is the best Spider-Man movie made.
Okay, you're drawing a line in the sand on that.
And it's hard for me because I do love Raimi is my favorite director because of a lot of things that he's done in his past.
Sure.
And even the Spider-Man movies and those first two especially, I still watch a lot. But this movie was just so good. And then seeing it the second time this afternoon with my kids, they did almost everything right here. There's tweaks here that you can say that they modernized it for today. They took things from the Ultimate Spider-Man storybooks. They added the elements of the MCU currently because a lot of it is a little bit more tech involved.
Right.
And I can live with that because of this universe that's being built. And, down the road, we know we'll get a reboot of Spider-Man again in 15, 20 years at some point. And maybe they'll do another kind of a different version of it.
And I'm good with that. It's just like the Batman films. I'm good with different iterations.
This was so surprisingly so good.
I agree.
mean, I thought I was going to like it. I thought I was going to love it. Especially coming off of the Andrew Garfield ones, which I thought he was actually a good Spider-Man. I didn't think he was a good Peter Parker. Tom Holland was a great Peter Parker and a great Spider-Man.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind those two Amazing Spider-Man films. They stand on their own. There's something different. The Rhino scene is a deal breaker. It's so bad that it makes that movie kind of unwatchable.
Right. It actually, to me, ruined Paul Giamatti's career. He
agreed.
can never come back. I don't care if he wins 10 Oscars.
I love Paul
The fact
Giamatti,
that
but
he
that
did
was
that-
utter garbage.
The fact that he did that, even Jamie Foxx too. I think his Electro, when he became Electro, was pretty bad. He had that great. He had that great Times Square scene.
Yes.
And then after that,
And then it was nothing.
Right.
just trash.
Absolutely.
Because that Times Square scene with Electro, I'm just like,
It's amazing.
you know what? This is pretty good. It's a good scene. It's a good Spider-Man action scene.
Great.
It gives you something to
Great
go
effects.
off of. And then
The story was working well at that point.
I blame Dane DeHaan, and that's why
Yeah.
I think
Right.
Valerian is going to be trash.
You.
A lot of us have overreacted, and a lot of us are saying it's the first one that actually had cohesiveness. It makes sense.
Yeah, it was really cohesive. Yeah. Well, the first two Spider-Man.
I don't know about the
did.
cohesiveness.
So-
Because I think Raimi did a terrific job, especially like
Yeah, it's
I
the-
get like people have the problem with the Green Goblin and stuff because of the costume.
don't.
But if you look at that movie, like it was so economically done, like going from origin story, both origin stories. Willem Dafoe was a great foil for that. Peter Parker was a great kind of setup. So I can't say it was the cohesiveness was an issue or that was the first one. I do think that like the Peter's emotional journey through this one was better because it was confined. Like I think in Raimi's one, it seemed like it was his whole high school career in one movie or half,
Right.
and then he's already in
We just
college.
went past all that.
And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it just like the time frame was so much bigger in one movie. Here we're getting a snippet of time.
Well, and
we're
all
seeing
three
him
movies are going to
develop.
be in high school.
Right, and we're seeing
So-
him develop.
Well,
we're seeing him get used
this
to his
works.
And
powers.
Toby was not a high school kid when he did
Well, he
it.
was 26.
He looked way too old and was too mature for that role.
Sure.
Although I think he did a great job where, Tom Holland is 16, isn't he, or 18?
No, he's 20.
He's 20.
Is he 20?
But he's in the
But
ballpark.
he looks.
He's 20
he
right
looks
now.
the
he
part.
looks like he's
You
3.
should make him your Master Blaster. You should wear him on the front too, because he's a little guy. Put Baby Bjorn. You could cosplay Master
And going
Blaster
back to
with
what the Raimi stuff, I think the Green Goblin villain at the time, especially was made, was very in line with what villains looked like. Where I think they updated the villainy kind of stuff here, obviously to fit the MCU, which
Sure.
was very much more in line with what we're used to seeing. And I loved how. I mean, we talked about the movie. I really liked it. Is it the greatest movie ever to me? No, but I don't have the affinity that you guys have for Spider-Man, but I thought he was great. But I loved how they integrated him in the MCU. I loved the whole.
I did too.
Where he came back and explained
When we
the
get
Avengers,
a shot
the
of
Berlin
Avengers
scene.
Tower,
What?
when we get a shot of Avengers Tower
Right.
right up front, immediately as somebody watches these movies, I'm like, we're there.
Right.
This is it. This is what we were waiting for.
It brought it in there, and I thought they did enough stuff with Stark. I love the Iron Man character. I love the
Yeah.
way they're using it. I loved how they integrated it, and I loved at the end how he addressed it. I thought it was really cool, and we had talked about it where he is your. This is a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. This is not the. I don't know what they say.
Emo
superhero-
Spider-Man?
Well, no, I think this is
Doing
a
his
very
jazz
when
number
they
and
talk. I
crying?
mean, the original cartoons, he was your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He stopped criminals. He stopped a couple of villains, but he was like Batman 66, where it was local stuff or even country stuff instead of all the world. And I thought it was
they
good.
addressed that too. A lot of times,
Really
Tony
well.
Stark even here said like when they were talking about bigger issues,
get
he's
you.
like, oh, is it an Avengers thing? He's like, no, this stuff is below our pay grade.
Right.
Because when you get the Avengers together, it's world-bending thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I like this about, because
Sure.
this was like those Netflix series. You know, it's kind of more than that.
Right, they're the street
in that
level. They're
line,
doing this
but-
thing.
But those, you know, are geared toward adults. They are adults. This is a kid.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's a perfect flow. And for the people that I've heard negative reviews on it, they just don't get it. You know, a lot of them are like, well, he's a superhero. You should already know his abilities. I'm like, no, like this is what we're trying to see. Like, this is a snippet in time in his life. This is you know,
Right.
going day by day, not month to year. You know, like
Sure.
in all the other movies. And that's what I really liked about it.
Because he struggles with his powers, and it's very evident, and it's great because it's like a kid learning
Well,
how to
I
drive,
like-
which is I hate to say a good allegory, but when he drives, he's like, I don't drive, and it
I,
shows.
I like that he was struggling with the powers of the suit, the tech in the suit.
Yeah, that was-
And now,
training wheels.
when he lost the suit, we had to see him dealing with his powers. I thought that was played really well. No spoilers.
Did a good job.
You had a question or a comment. This soup is good. I thought that's what you were going to say.
That's coleslaw.
Right.
Right.
But could,
Yeah. I will say they did a nice job of developing the villain. A lot of the MCU movies, it's like, here's a villain. He's already overpowered and he's going to do his thing. And then it's like,
No,
you
I don't
know.
believe that. I mean,
I do.
I don't think
they've only-
I don't think Obadiah Stane was like that. I don't believe Whiplash was like that. I don't believe Red Skull was like that. I don't. Loki was definitely not like that.
compared to this,
hold on,
This one-
Loki's a god, though. I mean,
this one we
it's hard.
understood.
But I mean, but
We
they
understood
gave
his
arc.
motivation.
Right.
We
You know.
understood the arc. We understood everything that happened. And when there's the reveal, that was really good. I thought the whole thing was excellent.
He was great.
Yeah, Michael
Michael
Keaton.
Keaton
was great.
Killed it. I mean, that's the thing. I mean that they let him do what he does best. And I think sometimes with these other villains, they've had to pull him back to put him in a box.
Right.
Right.
And I think the benefit here is the Vulture, and believe me, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, is, you know, a C villain, maybe D.
Right.
In his I mean, he's got fantastic villains. But they went with somebody like the Vulture and then like do whatever you want with him.
Right.
Because it's like, you know, in the comic books, he is trying to get younger. He's using tech to get younger. And,
Right,
You know,
right,
I mean, it's
right.
all these weird things, and that's not here.
Right. No, agreed.
But I love that take on it, and I appreciated that they didn't go back to things that they've already done. Like, could they have done Doc Ock better with the CGI now? Probably, but they kind of already did it. I love what they do it. And what I like about the MCU now is they're bringing these lower level characters and superheroes up levels. Like, who would have imagined Guardians of Galaxy would have been that big of
movie
a
ever.
movie? And it's
then have it be
huge.
great.
You know, and there
Yeah.
are other ones, and we've talked about it. I think they're, you know, and you know I'm not the biggest comic book guy, but there's guys that you hear of maybe. Like you saw them on, you know,
Right.
they're in the page of something, so it was good. I appreciated that.
So Spider-Man's a winner for all of us, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You get it here.
You get it here.
Yeah, you do.
He is Peter Parker.
See,
I would say it
There's-
feels like a lot of the film.
this
It's like-
to me is a Peter Parker movie.
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna be
It
it's gonna be
is,
controversial
but the-
to say.
The payoff of Spider-Man is great. There's a lot of Spider-Man, but it is we're watching Peter Parker this
Right.
movie.
Yeah. And I think, like, I compare it to, I don't know if you've seen Iron Man 3. See, a lot of people hate Iron Man 3 because Iron Man wasn't in the suit and everything. But that movie was, to me, a Tony Stark movie.
Right.
I agree.
And I feel that same thing here. It's not the same movie, it's not comparison, but it's
No, it's a much better film
who
than
are-
Iron Man
who
3,
Are
but
you? You know, are you the
I
hero
like
because
Iron
of
Man
you, or are
3.
you the hero because of this persona? And then a lot of him dealing with his high school stuff.
Well,
Right.
Right.
And I would say even though he's in the suit a lot, there's a lot of it's Peter Parker trying to figure out who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Until it takes. I mean, it takes him a while to be like, oh, I'm actually
Yeah.
could be this person.
Yeah.
How many times does he take off his mask when he's Spider-Man? Because he shouldn't have at all.
I don't. He.
There were a couple
There's
of times.
one big time where I called it, but there was a reason for it. I don't. You know.
Yeah.
And
And no, not. It wasn't like in like the other movies where he's fighting the bad guy and like all of a sudden the mask is off.
right.
Yeah.
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 No.
No,
not like
it wasn't that.
that second Batman movie. Remember that? Batman Returns.
Okay.
When he rips it off, and you're like, oh my God, what the hell? It's not like that. Not at all. Okay.
It's within the scope of the movie. It's not,
yeah, it makes total sense. It doesn't seem weird. Okay, let's move on to another movie. Anna, are you done?
I think so.
All right. Thank you, Anna. Let's hear it for Anna.
And woo! We're talking about Alien Covenant next.
Okay, Alil will not be on this conversation. This will be short. But Chris and I went to another movie. We had a Geeking Out.
Yes.
We had a Geeking Out adventure. We went to see.
Oh yeah.
We're going to
Yes.
talk about this for a minute. So, we went to see the movie 5/25/77. It's by Patrick Reed Johnson. He made it 10 years ago. There's actually a thread to Spider-Man. Just wait.
Yes.
So it's when you see the poster, when you hear what this movie is, it's about the day Star Wars came out. So I'm on the internet blasting out on Twitter, hashtag Star Wars. We're going to this thing, and this is a Star Wars themed movie. And we went with the Mandalorian mashups, which are guys that dress up like Boba Fett and make them into other things like the Cubs Boba Fett and the Blackhawks
Right,
Boba Fett.
Blackhawks and White Sox and
Princess
everybody.
Boba Fett, Minecraft Boba Fett. Okay. This is not a Star Wars movie.
No.
I'm going to tell you that right now. Now, this movie came out 10 years ago. What?
No. Hold on. But it didn't come out 10 years ago, did it?
No.
It was
didn't come
filmed
out-
10 years ago.
Right. It was filmed 10 years ago. And it's really, I don't know if you'd say it's out, but it is. It didn't get wide release or anything.
No.
It's not on demand. Basically, people rent theaters and do special showings of it. And that's it.
Right.
There were 100 people there. And I wish that I could take everyone in this room to go see it. It touched me deeply.
Yes.
Me.
Me as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. It's a couple of things. It's because not only is it the time frame, and they're talking. So it's his true story of Patrick Reed Johnson. I didn't realize who he was until we're watching it, and then I'm like,
Right.
oh, he's the first civilian to see Star Wars. That's who he is.
Well, yeah, he saw the rough footage of it. The
Just before it came out, though.
Well, he saw it, but without a lot of the.
It wasn't over. Yeah,
It wasn't all the effects weren't in it, but
right.
a lot of
They
it.
were still like working it out, but he got to see it on a real whim. He got to meet George Lucas. He got to walk through the studio, and then Lucas was like, "Hey, you want to see my movie?"
Yeah.
And he's like, what is this?"
Right.
And then for like 3 weeks after he saw it, he went around to all his friends. He's like, "This movie's going to change the world. You got to see this thing." And that is only a sliver of this movie.
Sure.
The movie actually is about him in high school, and he wants to be a filmmaker. And his heroes are all these guys that like Spielberg and these guys. But these guys, you got to remember, these guys were in their 20s when this movie
Right.
was made. So his heroes are these young guys that we all know now as these major
Right.
filmmakers. I think Spielberg had Duel and Jaws at that point.
Right.
That was it.
And he was filming Close Encounters.
He was filming Close Encounters. It's not just a nostalgia piece. If you're somebody who was like really into movies, he mentions at one point he read Starlog. I had every issue of Starlog. I obsessively read Starlog. I'm watching this going, I'm seeing a reflection here. Now he's got to be about 10 years older than me.
His birthday's 62, so he's 4 years older than me.
Okay,
So,
so
what?
he's-
6 or 8 years older than you.
Yeah, 6 years older. So there were experiences he was having that didn't match up to me, but that feeling and the way I was at that time and the desire to be part of all that, It was crazy.
Oh, sure.
And I'm sure there are people sitting here that love movies that had that same thing, whether it was that time period or the people like Molly has it now about the Hunger Games. You know, she's
Right.
10. But she has that same feeling where she wants to be an actress and she wants to do all those things because of Hunger Games, because of Harry Potter. That's how we were with Jaws and Star
Oh,
Wars.
sure. Absolutely.
Plus, he's got an obsession with Stanley Kubrick,
Oh, yeah, which is great.
which
and he
Chris
underst-
and I have talked about
and he
before.
understood it. He knew what it was.
Yeah.
And-
If he had mentioned Mel Brooks, it would have been exact conversations Chris and I have
Yeah.
had.
Well, to me, I mean, here's the nostalgic piece about it is because I'm a couple years, I'm 3 years older than you, so he is much more in my age. That
Right.
was exactly what I was feeling, except I did not aspire to be a filmmaker.
Right.
Because I just
But
didn't
you
have
were
that.
you were digging that stuff hard.
I think I've told you this, and I've told it on many podcasts. When I saw the trailer for Star Wars, it changed my life and my viewing of everything. And I remember
Yep.
seeing it going, oh my gosh, and they showed that trailer,
Yes.
and I still had the goosebumps from
Me
it.
too.
I was like, oh my God, and how important that day was to me. And to get to the movie where he has to go see the movie and then he can't go see it opening day. And it I remember I kind of had the same feeling, and it took me like a month to see it, and I was
Yeah.
out of my mind. I'm like, we have to go see this. We have to go see this. And, the important part, plus, it's filmed here. He's from Wadsworth, so he's up from kind of the area that I'm from. The opening scene is at Lakehurst Mall, which is
Yeah, yeah.
off of Route 176 and the tollway.
Yeah,
I
it-
remember going there as a kid. I remember seeing
Well,
movies there and all that stuff.
His
so
friends work at Great America, which had just opened.
just opened, yeah.
So they have references to like the new theme park, and they show at one point in the background on the TV is a commercial from that first season of Great America. They're like,
Awful.
come on up, see the new park. Job opportunities. And I'm watching, and it's in the background. And you're like, oh my God,
Right.
that was the actual commercial. Like they really found those things. It's not like the Goldbergs. I love the Goldbergs, but the Goldbergs is a caricature of the 80s.
Right.
A lot of times,
this was a very
the period
accurate like that.
pieces are like, we're going to build this world, but it's not exactly how it was because that's almost impossible. This was it. The cars, everything
Right.
and I think part of that was the way it was shot because it wasn't shot on HD or anything.
No.
It's not one of those you're going to want with your big 50-inch. It was great.
The only bad part about the movie, and I will say this, is the Genesee Theater had Star Wars, but Lakehurst had Star Wars as well because I went to see Star Wars at Lakehurst.
So they got that wrong.
So and there was a big, huge theater
Here,
because.
let's tweet him right now and say,
Well, I'm just saying that.
Flaw.
But his recollection is that he tried to go to the Genesee because maybe that was his local theater, and it was in Waukegan, so it was much closer than Lakehurst to him.
Yeah.
But he could have driven another 5 miles down the road and gone to Eden's and gone and see the movie because that's
oh, and
where I
Eden's
saw
always
it.
had the great sound
Yeah,
system too.
Eden's had that cool. It was
Yeah.
a great theater for a lot of different reasons, but it was around. But I could also understand that because that was his theater, and he goes through great pains
To get to that theater.
to go to that theater because he complains about it all the time to the guy who runs it. So
Right.
The sound's distorted, the lens is dirty, blah blah blah.
So we're both.
see
I
it.
don't have to ask if he recommends it. If you can see this movie, see it. It is fantastic. You can follow. It's Patrick Reed Johnson. You can follow him on Facebook. He'll write back and forth with you.
Yeah.
He's on Twitter. Awesome guy. Super nice guy. And it's all real. You know when you start reading his Facebook page and you see his friends that are on there, you're like, oh, these are the people that this was written about, and they're still talking about the same stuff.
Sure.
It's awesome.
And his sister was at the screen, right? That was his
The
sister.
one who played his sister.
Oh, okay.
Not his real sister.
That's his real sister.
Yeah, the one who played his sister was
But
there.
they're all local people. Weren't
Yeah.
a couple of friends of yours in the movie? Then there was some guy you knew was one of the guys in the background, like was a football player, but he was younger. I thought you knew one of the guys.
Yeah. Who is it? It's somebody I know. I can't remember
Yeah.
who. I think it's one of our podcasters, actually. It was like, yeah, you saw me in the background. I don't
Right.
remember who, though.
He was
All
in
right.
there, so it's cool.
Well, they'll come back up. So everybody, C52577. And then let's just roll through so we don't run out of time. I just want to roll through the big movies that have come out in the last 6 months or so. What do you guys, I mean, do you recommend them or not? So
Nice.
we'll do it as a fast breakdown.
There's too much hair. Too much hair on Rob Southgate.
Did they draw me?
They did. They were favorable to you.
That is awesome.
Doctor Who shirt, that's awesome.
She's favorable to, this was favorable to both of you, too, let me just tell you. Although a little the hair.
Daddy looks great.
Yeah, well,
That's okay.
yeah. I like how you are totally bald on top. So
No.
I like how we're like this too. I think the only one that's ever done that is me,
This is amazing.
Piper. So okay,
I'm sorry.
movies that have come out in the last like 6 months, the big blockbusters.
Yes.
I need to. I know you guys see a lot of them. I haven't seen a lot of them. I've been working my way through some. I want to get whether they're crap or we should see them. Pirates of the Caribbean.
If you like eating popcorn, it's a great movie. It's okay. There's
And audience, I want to hear what you think.
there's
too.
redeeming scenes, but overall it's eh.
All right, Pirates is. I like the franchise, so like there were things about it that I liked. It's just if I had to choose, like, do I spend $12 or do I wait?
Well, is it
I'll
worth watching
wait.
on TV? Let's do it that way. See it in the theater.
Yes, I know love for Johnny Depp and my family,
Worth-
so I
worth
have
the
to
wait?
go. That's why I had to go too. But
Love
we're
for
reviewing it.
Javier Bardem.
Hold on.
In my house.
But he wasn't even that good in it.
No,
I
he
don't-
wasn't.
He wasn't. No.
Oh,
They made him sound horrible, and that's
Yeah, it
no,
was weird.
that's way disappointing.
It was like if I have to give it like a school grade A through F, I give it a C.
right.
okay.
So, but hold on, for $5, I thought it was a great movie.
So it's
Yeah.
like going to picture show. It's worth seeing it there.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, how about compared to the other ones? Like the first two, the first one's great. Second one's fun.
Last one was
Third one is awful.
I think it was better. See, here's the problem. Like, they tried to recapture the first one,
okay.
absolutely.
and the new lead characters that weren't Johnny Depp and the rest of the group, the guy and the girl. Because I don't want to give it away for people who want to see it.
But it's no Orlando Bloom.
They were awful.
No, they were horrible.
They were awful. Like, I'll give a spoiler here. Sorry. One was Orlando Bloom's son. And
Oh no, you ruined it for me.
he was awful. And then it
Okay.
was just some girl, and she was no Elizabeth Swan,
No.
and it just
Was she
wasn't
supposed
good.
to be like Daisy Ridley? She was supposed to be like Ray, I thought.
They wanted to give her,
They wanted to give her that. It was they didn't pull it off very well.
No, but see,
Okay.
see, the character Elizabeth Swan in the first one, she had that moxie.
She did.
You know,
Right.
she was fighting with swords. She stood up for herself.
Right.
They do.
This one was just.
This one
she
does
just wasn't
not.
Good.
No.
Okay. So it's worth watching a picture show or when it hits HBO, but otherwise, it's not a total stinker
No.
to see.
No.
Was it Duke? That's a mook.
Yeah, he's become a caricature of a caricature.
Right.
He's like a Xerox copy of
Right.
that. It's just like, although Paul McCartney was great, I thought.
Well, he had one line.
I know, but come on.
mean, it was
Come
Paul
on, you see a
McCartney.
Beatle, he's in there playing, one of his many uncles. That,
Right,
you
right.
know.
He was Jack.
Captain Jackson, like this vaguely intelligent person in the first like 2 movies. Even in like what was it? On Stranger's Tides. He was pretty good too. He was like an intelligent person with ambitions and such like that.
Right.
In this movie,
He's a drunk.
it's more like the comic relief, like the kind of
Yeah, it's just a caricature. All right. John Wick 2.
John
Body-
Wick 2 was great.
Body
I
count.
give it
like
I give it a B plus.
Yeah, I loved it.
Love it.
Loved it.
I
Fantastic.
rented it from the library. I got 30 minutes into it. I haven't been able to finish it. I had to return it, so I'll watch it like next week. What'd you guys think? Anybody see John Wick 2? Anybody see John Wick 1? Now, they berated me. I think it was one of the last Real Idiots because I hadn't seen it. It's worth it. It's really fantastic. It's just a fun action movie. It's just, the action in it is just great.
It's him doing every like Matrix thing, but just kind of
Yeah, it's the Matrix without
the
like.
gangster Matrix is what
Yeah,
it
it's great. It's really great. And two, that first half hour was fantastic.
It's great.
So, okay. What else has come out?
is. Kong, Skull Island.
I didn't see Kong Skull Island. How does that rank?
I give it a C
C plus?
Better
Yeah.
than
C plus, B minus.
Pirates?
Yes.
A little bit better than Pirates, but still kind of.
Now, I thought
Not
you
great.
liked it, Chris.
I liked it. Samuel Jackson is awful in it. I hated his character, but I thought everything else was. It was. I mean, it was okay. Hiddleston was good. The premise of Kong was pretty good.
All right.
I don't know. It was okay.
It was, yeah, I mean, it was.
I mean, I'm not going into it looking for an
Right.
Oscar film.
No.
I'm going to watch a giant monkey like wreak havoc and people shoot stuff at him.
right, and that's what you get.
Okay. Is it better than Godzilla?
Yes.
Good enough. Good enough. I could watch Godzilla. I mean, the parts with Godzilla. The rest of it is just trash.
But there wasn't a lot of parts with Godzilla outside of like we're gonna swing the camera away as Godzilla does something cool.
Yeah. So, but it's good stuff.
Should we talk about Alien?
Yes.
awesome.
Covenant.
Let's talk about Alien Covenant.
So bad.
D.
D.
It was. I can't give it an F because it looked pretty. They did a good job. You know what it is? They try to go back to the original Alien and make it like that kind of like that slasher feel where you can't get away. I don't think they hit.
It reminded me because I did see this one. It reminded me of when they brought Star Wars back when Episode 7 hit, and they went, okay, we're going to kind of loosely remake Episode 4, like play in that sandbox so that it kind of brings you new into this new world. This is what this felt like. There was a lot of
They made
similar
a
beats.
lot of mistakes. I mean, what's his name?
The
guy they put in
surprise
charge
was
of-
not a surprise. They basically
Billy
held
Crudup?
up cards
Billy
and told
Crudup
you what
was
was going to
awful.
happen.
Yeah,
he
Billy-
was.
He
what
would
was
never.
wrong with
he
him
would,
in
they would
that?
never make him second in charge of the soda machine at McDonald's, let alone second in charge of the.
Certainly
mission.
not the milkshake machine
No,
because he never
was
cleaned
awful.
that thing.
There's no reason for him to be in charge of
No,
anything.
and it seemed like they were forcing personality into
Yeah.
him, and there was none.
No,
So,
it was very bad.
It was semi-thrilling. I loved the scene where David goes to the thing, but the ending. If you didn't see that coming a mile away, then you were
Right.
stupid. So
Right. And it was a real, like, just get it over with by that point.
yeah,
Martha would give it an F. Alien Covenant. She hated it. I actually didn't hate it. I didn't like it. I think that a D is probably accurate. Maybe a C minus.
you're doing a colony ship. How stupid do you have to be to do what they did?
See, this is just it.
It's
But,
horrible.
but
Every level of it, what their choices, the acting generally, the script, but it looked really cool, and I kind of liked being in that world, and that's the only thing that I was digging. And it was
The
enough to
spaceship was
give it.
awesome.
Yeah, it was enough to give it, and there was some mythology building that they could work
it was
with.
bad mythology
Yeah.
building.
But
That's
they
the
could
problem
work
here.
with
like,
it. But you're right.
That's
You're right. And
it's a
the
D.
setup that we get to is
Awful.
terrible.
Awful.
All right. Anyone else see Alien Covenant?
Don't.
All right. Fair enough. Watch the first two again. And then if you
Sigourney Weaver.
Hold on.
Sigourney Weaver.
I like Prometheus though.
There
Did you like Prometheus or not? I like Prometheus.
I didn't see
See, I
Prometheus
didn't
yet.
care for Prometheus.
I like.
You're a hater, so
No, it's.
No,
I,
it's
I could
I
see
didn't
how
care
you
for
could
it.
not like it. I love that world. I love that setup and what
Sure.
they did with Prometheus, where it wasn't just another, shot of these aliens.
I guess my thing is I don't care to hear Ridley Scott's theory on creation.
Right.
And I think that's the problem with Prometheus and with this
and with
movie.
Alien
sure.
Covenant.
Covenant, like
It was
opens
ham-handed
up.
in this.
Oh, no,
It
it
opens up with 10 minutes of them talking about my creator, your
Yeah, yeah.
like,
And the whole Billy Crudup thing, it was
Oh,
very ham-handed.
I mean, you killed James Franco. He's not even in the movie.
Right.
Hey, he's a Bryan Cranston role.
Yeah.
Except for Danny McBride, the only person I cared about.
Me too.
And she was okay though.
Not her
I kinda
haircut.
liked- yeah, she was
alright.
alright.
That was a rough haircut.
It was rough.
So Transformers, the last night.
The last night, did you see it?
no, when
You saw it.
I'm
I
not.
saw it.
I'm not going to see it.
F.
I am not going to.
It is a solid F.
F for fantastic.
Terrible. Like,
Okay.
it is. I don't know. They actually gave one cool scene where I'm like, man, that would have been awesome to see. Where they flash back, like, again, just like we saw with Age of Extinction. If you saw that, Transformers have been here since the dawn of dinosaurs. So Transformers have been involved in all our history. And there was this cool scene with Bumblebee, like as a Volkswagen, like Jeep, like in Nazi Germany, and then they're
Wait, so
part
he-
of.
so he
they're
doesn't
trying
stay
to-
the
they're
same
trying
car?
No, because they scan cars. Remember, they change. So they showed like this little clip of like the history, and I was like, I would like to.
Was
see
he a
that
Model
movie.
T? That'd be
no,
awesome.
I forgot what he was. Maybe he was a bug, like that early kind of.
Right, the Volkswagen. Yeah, they had the early ones.
So
I
F.
had
Solid F.
I didn't see the last one. I wasn't gonna pay to see this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the last one at a drive-in, and it was pretty much torture. I didn't pay attention through most of it. 2 was the worst thing out of the series, though. 2
all
was
of them are bad.
2 was unwatchable. 3
All
is
of them are unwatchable.
no, 3 is okay.
1?
And 1 is
I didn't like 1.
1 is okay. It's not good.
I
2
grew up
is
with the Transformers.
awful.
I watched those.
3
Right.
is okay.
I had all the
I can
toys.
4
respect
is
that.
pretty awful, and
Those
this one
movies were not
is
good.
this one the worst of the lot?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else see it? Mom, you see it? Transformers, you're a big fan. No? Okay.
She has Michael Bay pictures.
So there's one we can all stay away from. How
Why
about La La
is
Land? You guys see La La Land?
was that this year? That was
It didn't
last
come
year.
out the last 6 months.
Yeah, it did.
No,
No,
it
it didn't.
didn't.
It won
Did
an
you see
Oscar
it?
6 months ago. Yes.
Okay, here's
Came
the
out
new
like in
criteria.
November.
I saw it.
It doesn't count.
Waterworld. Did you guys see Waterworld?
There was this little movie, Jaws.
I've seen Battleship Earth or whatever that was.
Battlefield
Oh,
Earth.
that could be the worst movie. Yes.
Worst movie ever made.
What
What
is-
is he's Armano's Hand of Fate? I think Vulcanvania, which was renamed. Oh no, Plan 9 from Outer Space. That is not as bad as Nothing But Trouble with Dan Aykroyd and
Oh, my God.
and
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase.
No,
What
are you
there's,
talking about?
There's
Dinty
way
Moore
hold
is
on.
in it.
There's way
Digital
worse movies than that.
Underground was in that movie.
That
I
movie-
actually
Come on.
own that movie on DVD.
No,
John,
you
John,
don't.
John Candy is awful in that movie.
That movie is utter trash.
Demi Moore's
it
in there.
It makes Scary Movie 3
No.
look like an Oscar
No,
winner.
no, no.
Yeah.
no, no,
Nothing But Trouble was not that bad.
Oh yeah.
Digital Underground
It's-
was in it.
hold on, it's bad.
Tupac was in it because he was part of Digital Underground back then. Tupac.
Yes. What is that? The camp? What's it?
Well, you already said Dane Cook.
Double
We're-
Impact?
Oh,
Hold on.
Simon Says.
What was
wow.
the Van Damme
Hey,
movie with
people
that
are trying to
Double
eat it
Impact?
here. I wouldn't lay
That's
one of those
awful.
out here.
Cyborg is awful.
We reviewed Cyborg. We did
That's awful.
We did a.
Van Damme.
We're talking
no,
movies,
but
Mal.
We're doing a Van Damme marathon right now, and we actually did because they were here. So we did a what do we call that? Mystery Science Theater.
Uh-huh.
We did that watching
Cyborg
Cyborg and
is
put it out.
awful. It's the
pretty
worst.
awesome. Sync it up, watch Cyborg with us talking about it. It's.
Well, I'm
great.
sure that's great,
It's
but
great.
that movie's awful. All right, Get Out. Did
All right.
either of you guys see
I
Get
did
Out?
not see Get Out.
I did.
Oh,
Get Out was.
Is it
was
as good
really
as the hype?
Uh,
Because they say it's great.
maybe
You know what the
not,
problem
but
is? I think the hype level for that is hit critical mass. I think it's a fantastic movie though.
Anybody else see Get
it's
Out?
wonderful.
See, we didn't
it's-
see Get Out, but we just watched that other one, the one with the blind guy.
Oh,
Don't breathe.
Don't
Did you guys
Breathe.
see that?
Of course I did.
Did you like
Turkey
it?
baster.
You never like anything. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. We
Turkey
reviewed
baster.
it. We reviewed it for our 31 Days of Horror.
I didn't review it.
I have a review on my podcast of that movie.
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
I thought it was really good.
It was a good time.
Turkey baster. That's all I gotta say. It's nasty.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah,
What
it's-
else? Hidden
Fate.
Figures.
Didn't see it.
I saw Hidden Figures. It
Good.
was good. I think
Awesome.
my kids watched it.
Did you like it?
I did.
That was another one we just rented from the library and had to return it. Did you like it? Yeah. Big. Yeah. It looks really
Props.
good.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
What?
We didn't touch on that one.
Who saw that movie?
Molly's even got the gauntlets on. She's Belle Wonder Woman right now.
Spider-Man was better.
No.
Spider-Man was better, but
You are high.
well, no, it was. Spider-Man was
was
a better movie.
I don't
I thought Wonder Woman was fantastic, but there were some pacing issues in it, and that's the only thing. And I thought Spider-Man was more effective in storytelling.
Hold on. As Captain
But-
Kirk. Captain Kirk.
Right. Boring. But did I love it? Yeah, I mean, you're splitting hairs here. It's not like I'm saying, well, that was a 7 and this is a 10. We're talking a
Yeah, a 9.8 to a 9.7. Like That's where you're
Exactly.
going.
Spider-Man
Statistically, the
was
same
a
film.
better film.
So-
But Wonder Woman was that
So
close.
where would you put Guardians in compared to those three?
The new Guardians, too?
I think Guardians is under both of those. I think I liked Guardians. I thought it was good. It wasn't
Right.
great. It wasn't as good as the first one. I left it torn because I did like a lot of things that they did. I I thought Kurt Russell was good, but then I was just kind
But
of like,
no,
eh.
his acting was good. The story for him was not very good.
Yeah,
I didn't think so.
There was some little issues I had with that. I mean, out of the three, yeah. I mean,
Right.
and then if you throw in Logan in there, I think Logan
Ooh.
might have been the best. Of the
Okay.
year.
Oh yeah.
Let me just tell you, Logan is another one I got a half hour into and I had to go to bed. That
How did you stop?
I,
How did
I
you
had
stop
to. No,
watching?
I
Why
had
would you
to.
start a movie before you go to bed?
Because Martha wasn't up for watching it right then. She was going,
That's-
I'm tired, I'm going to
that's
bed. I
when
said,
you watch
I'm
a-
gonna
that's when you-
start it.
That's
And
when you
I
watch a
started it
sitcom or something.
and I
like-
realized I can't do this.
That's when you binge watch. Hey,
or well, we're old.
Yeah.
have you watched Glow on Netflix?
Not yet. It's excellent.
I can't.
I
wait to see
will.
it.
It's
I
so-
loved
it's so
that first half hour
horrible.
of Logan.
Oh,
Like
it's-
I loved it. I can't imagine that's not the best of the lot.
If Patrick Stewart doesn't get nominated, it's a
Wait,
pilot
Patrick Stewart's in Glow?
in Logan.
Oh, Logan. I thought you
Yes.
started talking
No.
about Glow.
If he doesn't get nominated for his
In
performance,
Glow?
no. If he was in
like,
Glow,
he's getting-
that would be obvious. No, I'm saying in Logan. Patrick Stewart is
Oh,
unbelievable.
he's great in that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I know it's not a movie, but you brought up Glow. Castlevania was pretty good.
I watched the first episode last night. That was really
Really
fun.
good.
Castle-
I have to watch it now.
Castlevania, the animated series that's on Netflix. It's a good
It's
time.
only 4 episodes, 25 minutes each. Not a long thing.
No.
And it leads you up to like at the end, you're like, oh, I can't wait for season 2.
So,
Good.
Baby Driver, you said that was really good? Oh, whoa. So I was going to ask if it's the best Edgar Wright movie. It is. Wow.
Oh.
I don't know. It's Shaun of the Dead, man.
Shaun of the
that's-
Dead. Actually, that
Hold on.
trilogy.
Scott Pilgrim.
I hear he's doing a movie with Sigourney Weaver. Really?
Well,
All right.
It's
What did you think of
It's a
Baby
horrible
Driver?
cast.
Loved it.
Hated it.
That's like us at Spider-Man. He kept trying to grab my hand. It was real weird.
was
Stop it a little.
uncomfortable.
All right, let's go. I'll see it a third time.
You can be Master Blaster. He'll wear a baby Bjorn, and you can be in front during the movie. You hold the Spider-Man head.
Now I should have brought it because you keep
You
talking
should
about
have.
this plastic Spider-Man head that I bought.
I know. What? I don't want people to touch it. That's what you said.
I did.
Just like that.
I don't want anybody touching it.
Okay. All right.
I like my collectibles.
He does.
He does. I know.
He does. What about Batman, the movie? That was this year, wasn't it?
Batman the movie.
The Lego Batman.
I was
Lego
going to
Batman.
say the Batman
Lego,
movie
Lego
was.
Batman.
That was 19.
I thought
80.
66?
I thought you had a stroke over there.
No.
The
What
Lego
about
Batman
Michael
movie?
Keaton and Batman? That was fantastic.
What about George Clooney?
I
I'm
just
really
saw it.
looking forward to that.
Now that would be worse than me. Val Kilmer though was the
Lego
bomb.
Batman. Yeah, it's terrific. It was fun. It was.
I don't think it ranks. I liked it.
Oh no,
I
I'm
liked
saying it was a good
but
movie.
I got to see it again. I told you I didn't love it. Everyone was maybe it was the hype or whatever. I got to watch it again.
I don't know, man. He might be my best Batman
Really, over
over any of them.
Dark Knight.
I'm not saying movie. I'm saying Batman. Like the.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you're talking animated now. I mean,
so are you? You're talking
True.
Lego Batman.
You're talking Lego.
What did you think that was
well,
real?
yeah, well, yeah.
Did-
Yeah,
It's
he's
stop action.
He's better than Kevin Conroy.
He's like, but they're real.
He's great though.
My kids go to bed and the Legos come alive and chase me around.
Maybe.
What's wrong with that?
He's
don't
got
like
a
that.
9-pack. Okay, it's awesome.
A 9-pack. I have a 1-pack.
Well, the reference to Daleks, English robot metal machines or whatever.
Yeah.
It's good times. It's good times.
Because they don't have the rights to it anymore. It's awesome. So
All right, what
What
movies
else?
have we missed? What movies would you guys say we should see or are terrible?
Martha,
Wait, you should see, or is it terrible?
Should.
Okay, agree. Baby Driver.
Baby Driver. You said one. Is she texting it to me? Is that what's going on?
what about Fate? We didn't talk about Fate of the Furious.
Fate
Oh,
and the Furious.
Fast and Furious 8, the Ocho.
Eight.
You got to usually pay double for that kind of action.
So was it
I call that a blumpkin.
was it good?
Fast 8 was.
No, it wasn't.
do we need the
no,
Edward puppet out
no,
here for this?
It was not good.
You know what? Though,
It wasn't
I
good.
still haven't watched
I
one.
actually liked
Hold on.
5 and 7. I thought they were good.
Exactly. I love it. It's terrible. I love it. That's why I think I'm going to like Kong Skull Island, because I don't care if it's bad. It's a giant gorilla or ape, and he's fighting people. And
Which one was it they drove under the tunnel into Mexico? That was awful. Five?
Five.
Breaking Bad.
Five wasn't good. That's Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift?
So Fate.
I didn't mind Tokyo Drift. He had a
Fate
Hulk,
is
he had a
bad.
Hulk car with
I
a
know.
fist pounding in it. I'm like, kind of want that car. I was like,
What
wasn't
else? What else?
what else did I
Anything?
see this summer? I've seen a lot.
Ghost in the
I
Shell.
saw Ghost in the Shell.
Is that
That was
okay?
okay.
or-
I give it a
Man,
C.
the visuals look great.
It's watchable.
C.
It's eats a bucket of popcorn and
It's not what you expected, though.
It's not what I hoped for.
Scarlett Johansson starred.
What
in
about
it,
Planet
too.
of the Apes? You guys
I
think
thought-
that's going to be amazing? I think
I
it's
think
going to
it'll be fantastic.
amazing.
I think it'll be fantastic. Woody Harrelson,
Yeah.
it's going to be good.
I love the first two. I love them.
Who thinks Valerian is going to be good?
I do. I think Valerian is going to be awesome.
It won't be.
I want it to be too.
But
It won't be.
if they
You know, because I know everyone
But-
loves Luke Besson.
no, but
I
is
don't-
it
I
going
don't
to
like
be?
the Fifth
Is it going to be
Element,
Fifth?
so.
But I'm saying, like, I think Fifth Element's a great movie. It wasn't a financial success, and
Right.
nobody else liked it, but I did. So
Yeah. No, I think visually it is stunning.
It is.
And I think it's going to deliver on the action. I hope it's as good as I want it to
You
be.
pick two leads that are terrible. The similar problem Disney had with John Carter from Mars, a movie that was visually great,
Right.
but Taylor Kitsch, not a
No.
lead actor. Dane DeHaan is not a lead actor.
Agreed.
And Claire, however you say her last name, who was in Suicide Squad, was awful in that movie.
Who was she in Suicide Squad?
She was the witch,
Witch.
whatever.
Oh,
Ancient
no.
Witch?
That was who she was? She was terrible in that. Oh, no. Yikes. Yikes.
Yeah, it's
she was
it's
like
not,
cardboard.
it's not going to be good. They
Number
spent
one
they
movie,
spent
yeah.
$200 million to be bad, and that's how you kill a start of anything. Yeah, but you know what? Pirates of the Caribbean still made $700 million already worldwide.
Right.
Because
Still makes
you know
money.
what? It's got legs. You
It's
know,
got the
first
depth.
one.
It's
Yeah.
got the depth in
If
it.
they built a small, like,
it's got goodwill coming.
yeah,
so.
and you know you build a smaller story to start your franchise.
Ben Affleck's in it? Goodwill Hunting. Okay, never mind.
All right. So, bad.
Robin
All right,
Williams.
did we miss
Robin
any other
Williams
movies?
came back for the movie.
Yes, I think it's going to be amazing. I thought Arrival was fantastic. It's the same director. He's also doing Dune. He's going to get it right. I think it's going to be great. And I'm a big Ryan Gosling fan. I think he's going to be incredible in it.
I think it'll do good, but I think it won't hit the box office numbers it needs.
I don't know if it'll hit.
Again, it's another movie you put too much money into when you don't have a fan base doing it yet.
And Blade Runner did not have the legs from the
original
first
Blade
movie.
Runner, I mean,
No.
like,
It's a great movie.
It's a cult
It's a cult classic.
People like watch it. You love it. You watch it with your little film study friends and whatever. But
How
nobody
dare
went to
you.
go
What are you
see
talking
it.
about? It's got Rutger Hauer is unbelievable in that movie. But I'm just saying,
I own the movie. I know. I've seen it
I own the
a bunch
movie.
of times. I own a lot of movies.
Martha. Why'd you say that name?
Why'd you
Martha,
say that name?
exactly. Yeah. Let's talk about Batman v Superman.
Yeah, no, I actually think it's going to be exceptional. I don't know if we're going to have box office, but
We
I
won't.
think we're going to have another. I think we're going to have another chapter in this story that we're going to really dig. If you're a fan of Blade Runner, I think you're going to really dig this movie. They got the right people involved. As long as Ridley Scott doesn't try to covenant this movie. As long as he's kind of hands off,
And he might.
and that could be the problem. That could be the problem. I thought Covenant was going to be great. It looked great. It was Ridley Scott. You're like, yeah, and then you see it and you're like, uh-oh, Ridley, stop. Not Ridley Scott.
What else?
Ridley,
What else is
stop.
coming out this year? And I'm not gonna.
Thor.
Well, I
Ragnarok.
was just about to say, don't say Thor, don't say Justice League, or don't say Star Wars. Atomic Blonde, I think that's gonna be
Yes.
fantastic.
That looks amazing. Atomic Blonde. It's got Charlize Theron. Yep. That
You know
does
what,
not
though?
look
I
amazing.
don't know if Dark Tower is gonna be any good.
I love Dark Tower.
I love Idris Elba. I don't really
me too.
care for
And Matthew McConaughey is awesome.
I don't
But I like
it.
Matthew
But-
I
McConaughey.
mean, him playing the devil or whatever.
Watch
he
him
is.
as
True
a bad guy,
Detective.
he's a pretty good bad guy.
Watch True Detective. That'll
You even
change you on
said in
Matthew
the trailer when he
McConaughey.
was talking, you're like, all right, all right, all right.
I did say that,
exceptional.
but he's a good bad guy.
Yep.
Because you want to
He's
hate
exceptional
him. You
in
want
that.
to hate him.
Yeah. And it's You can only
Wait,
watch
what movie?
one a month. It's so painful. True Detective. The first season, Matthew McConaughey is incredible. And while we were watching that, we watched
He
the
was
other
great in
one,
Fool's Gold.
Dallas Buyers Club, at the same time, which was a feel-good movie about AIDS. It wasn't. But Matthew McConaughey is exceptional in that movie.
Yeah, he won an Oscar for it. I think
Yeah,
he's a-
he was. He was exceptional. So I think he's going to be great.
Okay.
I just don't know
I just
this
don't know the movie.
When they show the kid and he's taking him through the portal, I'm like, I don't think I want to see this. I think I've seen Jumanji.
Right.
I think I've seen movies like that before.
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Did I say all right,
Not
all right, or
interested.
did I say he was going to drive a Mark 7, a Lincoln? I think my comment was
I think he's going to pull
Lincoln.
up to Idris Elba and say, I keep getting younger, you keep looking the same, or whatever he says. You keep getting older, I keep looking the same. All right. What's the line?
Terrible.
No.
See, you can't
No.
do it either. Yep, it's whatever. All right.
All right.
That's okay. But Wooderson is the greatest thing. So,
It's not bad.
oh, I didn't draw the parallel, or I didn't draw the line between Spider-Man and 52577. Does anybody know what the line is there? Anybody?
That was when the Spider-Man live-action.
The movie we
Movie.
just saw. There were 6 writers on it. One of them was John Daly, who is the kid on Freaks and Geeks, who is the lead of 52577, and he's really good in this movie. So I saw a thing come up on my Facebook because I follow this stuff about 52577, and I was like, there's John Daly again, or whatever his name is, Daly something. And and when I looked at the headline, it was like, Freaks and Geeks kid makes good with Spider-Man. Interesting. He's one of the writers.
There were 6, so
Yeah, but that's pretty cool.
it is.
You weren't one of them. You should have been.
I wish.
You're working hard to get up there in Hollywood ranks, right?
I'm not. So
Nope. You could adjust some things for him, but that's about it.
I can.
Superior Spider-Man? Wouldn't that be awesome? I love that series.
You know what? They gave an homage to it in the movie
When?
when he said the death when Karen told him, "Do you want me to set it up to like quick
the
death?"
death.
mo-"
Yeah.
Yes.
And the eye closed down. It looked just like the Superior
Yeah, I
Spider-Man.
forgot
Right.
that. Yeah. Stop putting it in death mode. Okay. All right. What time are we
Just
at?
a real quick.
that-
If you like Superior, if you know the line, you see
Was
it,
that-
and it reminds you of it.
Was that Pepper's voice?
No.
Whose voice was it?
That was
No,
Jennifer,
that's-
Jennifer Connelly.
Was it Jennifer Connelly?
Yeah, Jennifer
Who was
Connelly.
married
Who's-
to
Paul
Bettany,
Bettany, yes,
Paul
yes.
Bettany and Jarvis.
So, what time are we at?
7:45.
All right.
Oh my God.
You know what? We're going to
Talking
lose
about
all of
nothing
this.
for nothing. For
So here's
2
what we're going to talk
This
about.
is Seinfeld.
Here's what we're going to talk about.
Podcasting as Seinfeld.
I'm going to roll out the. Holy cow. I'm going to roll out these roundtable questions. Audience, you can participate. And we're just going to roll through them fast. What are the movies that are ripe to be remade? Everything's getting remade. What properties should be remade? What's something you're looking at thinking? Movies that have been out in the past that you're like, they're going to remake it. Let's remake this already. None. You don't want any more remakes. Okay.
But it kind of was with Spider-Man: Homecoming. No,
It's just his voice.
Baby, we got to go back to the future. That line was great in that movie.
you're so. How do I do this show?
You're from the Coast Guard Auxiliary, and you're trying to raise money.
Are you in the Coast Guard Auxiliary?
You're terrible.
What is with my hair? Okay.
You don't have any.
It's all bad jokes. I have hair. Mia drew it.
I'm just.
So what movies, what
Star
do you
Wars?
think is
No.
ripe? I mean, like, those are untouchables. There's a lot of talk that at some point they would remake Star Wars. Why? Just
Well,
do what you're doing. You kind of did with 7.
They need to update it to get
But-
the technology kind of
but do
synced up.
they?
I think they do.
Do they? I mean, really, did they actually need to remake King Kong? Look at how
Like,
old
it's a-
that
but
technology
it's a
was.
different.
and
It's a
everything.
different version. I mean, this is
It
a much
is.
different story. So.
It is, but to his argument, like it's been made. Why are we remaking it? Do we need them to be remade, or is it okay to reboot a series or continue a series? Like I love talk about like movies that cult classics. I love Buckaroo Banzai.
Right.
I could watch that every day.
Sure.
I don't want him to remake it. I want him to tell more stories with Buckaroo Banzai. There we go.
John Smallberries.
And then, you know what? When are we going, boss? See? I got more in there. We are going real soon. Yeah, love it. I love it.
Lithgow's great. In that movie.
Lithgow's great in that movie. So that one I don't want to see remade. But what do you think should be remade to give us something? And I think there is an argument to be made for remakes, and I'll tell you what it is. If the movie was like a B movie, it wasn't good. It was something super low budget that was put out, and it's like, there's so much potential, and this didn't hit it. Not even like that. Maybe it's a big budget movie. Maybe it's like Transformers where you go, it looks cool, but these are terrible. Let's remake this, completely wipe the slate clean. It's a new story. So that's why I just said we could say reboot. If it's a remake-
if we're rebooting, then yeah, Transformers. needs
Okay,
a
let's
reboot.
throw out remake because I agree. I don't really
Teenage
particularly
Mutant
like
Ninja Turtles.
remakes.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles needs
To be good.
Rebooted.
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 Yeah. G.I. Joe could be rebooted, even though who cares?
What if they did a live action Thundercats?
Well, they
I
need
wish.
to do a live action Thundercats. But
That would be great. I would take a live action Thunder the Barbarian.
Oh, I was thinking that next too.
Yeah. We're the only old guys here. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
Super Friends.
Thunder.
Oh wait, they're doing that.
Yeah, they are.
That's
Unite
gonna
the
be
Seven
right.
for Super Friends. With
can't,
Bleep.
Can't wait for Justice League.
How about Lost in Space?
I didn't have a problem with the movie. It wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't horrible.
I mean,
Oh,
come
the
on.
pain.
Joey Tribbiani was fantastic in it.
Roller Girl was in it.
Roller Girl.
Yeah.
William Hurt. It was-
Some of it was terrible.
oh no, yeah.
Gary Oldman. I mean, they had a good cast.
Yeah. But I think that's one that, let's talk about it as reboots. I think that could be rebooted. But here's the deal. It's getting rebooted as a Netflix series.
So the problem is that it's not in the '60s. Oh, we didn't go to other planets. We didn't live in that stuff. I mean, that didn't happen.
Right.
Now that's every other story is
Well,
something
and
fantastic. It can't hold up.
It was redone as Voyager. They flung them to the far end of space. They couldn't get back.
right.
So they tell their stories.
but they
And
did
Voyager
it,
was a mess.
But they did it with Star. I mean, that was in the Star Trek
Right.
mold, so
But same thing.
Voyager wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but
What are your cinematic guilty pleasures? What's the movie you guys are like, I'm embarrassed to tell people I like this, but oh my God, I love it so much?
I don't have any. I tell everybody I like what I like.
Serenity?
but
That's a guilty pleasure?
what?
Okay.
Oh,
See, I
Firefly.
thought people liked Serenity a lot. Yeah, yeah. So, guilty pleasure. Do you have one?
we talked about it, Tokyo Drift. Pitch Perfect. I love those movies.
You
for
love
no reason.
Pitch
Loved
Perfect.
it. Just can't stop
Yep.
it. It's
Anna likes
horrible.
it too.
It's horrible.
You like the pitches, don't you?
I only saw the first one once.
Yeah, I saw it. I liked it. It's all right.
Fine.
I don't call that a guilty pleasure for me. It's all right. Martha, do I have a guilty pleasure? Yeah, I really don't care.
I
I,
don't,
watch
but-
everything. Yeah. How
Bob's
dare
Bob's
you?
Burgers.
Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria,
The what?
Step Brothers.
Oh,
You singing?
what? That's not guilty. That's
I
awesome.
know. It's,
Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of one that's a
Did
guilty.
we just become best friends? Yeah.
That is not pleasurable to anybody. That should not be rebooted or remade. It should be buried.
Should be
That movie was awful.
removed.
There is no pleasure in that. I don't have guilt about it, though. Fried Green Tomatoes is an amazing movie. I thought that was great. I know you were going to say that one. That's what you were going to say. I know it. Traveling Pants is. Oh, yeah, Sisterhood. That is the worst. Oh, my gosh. I'd rather have a. Cover your ears, kids. I'd rather have a colonoscopy than see that movie again. That was awful.
You are a dude.
With this.
You're almost 50.
I am almost 50.
Whoop. Hey,
Yeah.
Doc.
Yeah, well, you know what? When I'm stressing
serve
about
Doc?
getting that, I'll say, you have a choice. Yaya Sisterhood or this. Guess which one is going to be a pleasure. Movie was awful.
How about any Chevy Chase movie? Because they're just awful.
No, they're not all awful. Fletch was great.
Fletch was good. Fletch 2.
Love your body, Larry.
Awful.
Fletch 2 was bad.
Fletch was good. Caddyshack was good.
Christmas Vacation was good. Vacation was good.
Vacation was good.
European Vacation and Casino or Vegas Vacation were awful. There's no pleasure in those.
Nick Papa Giorgio.
Hello, Mr. Papa Giorgio.
Yeah, I can't think of one I'd be guilty about. I just like Junior is not a pleasure. Do you? Really?
Jingle
Do
All
ya?
the Way.
You like Jingle All the Way?
He was in it.
Do you know that movie?
He was in it.
If you really loved it, you might recognize
Go
somebody.
back and watch it. The guy at the toy store right here.
Rent it so I get paid.
Wait till you see it. You'll look at it. You're like, what
You-
happened
hold
to
on.
you?
You look like you're 3 in that
That was
movie.
before I was hit by a box of rocks.
Well, I don't know about
Rolled
that.
over a few times. That's before I got to know Lil and Chris.
Just imagine what he looks like now, just with a younger complexion, but still this grumpy and this, yeah.
Grumpy.
He's grumpy.
Grumpy Cat. That's exactly it.
Grumpy cat, man.
What movies do you have an unpopular opinion about?
I don't like The Fifth Element.
That's unpopular with us because we love that one.
I know most people like it.
I like it. It's not great. It's visually fantastic, and some of it is great.
It's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I was getting pounded on the interwebs for not liking it.
There's parts of it that are really,
Not from
really
us.
good, but then there's parts
Not
that
from
are
you.
awful. So
Yeah, not
You
from
know what
us.
though? I didn't watch it when it came out. You know,
Chris
so I
Tucker
never
is
had any.
Chris Tucker's phenomenal.
And I love Chris Tucker. You know, but like I watched it more recent
Right.
for the first time. I just missed it when it came out, and I just didn't understand what the hype was about.
It's dated too. It's 20 years ago. I think it had a lot more impact to it than it would now.
Yeah, you can't follow the hype on that one. You have to just watch it because because it looks interesting. That's how I went into it, and I really liked it.
Because I think they poke fun at the future. I think I think they do it.
My
intentionally.
unpopular opinion is Ocean's 12 because that's a piece of garbage. Makes
No,
me angry.
it's not a great movie at all.
No, it's a piece of garbage.
It's not meant to be.
See? It's a bad movie.
I know.
You love it.
I like 12. I like them all.
11's good.
Come on.
13 wasn't bad.
It's just that it's just cool to see them. I don't care the movie. It's just cool to see them being cool, and I think that's the whole point of it. It's like you got Brad Pitt eating all the time. You got George Clooney thinking he's 30 when he's 50. You got
For us-
I think it's great.
For us, it's Iron Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
They're both, I like them. It's a lot. There's some of those Marvel ones that we like. I like 'em all.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I think if you want to even call it guilty pleasure,
No, I called it
but
unpopular opinion.
unpopular, whatever,
because we kind
it
of like
is
'em,
bad. We talked about how
But
bad
if
it
you,
is.
but if you bring it up and you're like, I like the movie,
I-
it's like people want to punch you.
the death of Gwen Stacy still gets me. Seeing Emma Stone.
Did he kill her?
fall, I still.
Did he kill her?
You
He didn't
choke
kill her.
up.
She was already dead.
I want to see how long she'll hold her arm up. What? That is
What?
not an unpopular opinion with me. I love that movie. Hitchhiker's Guide, love it. Did you like it?
I liked it, but I don't think the movie could ever hold up to the series. And
No, but I thought it did a valiant job.
I think so.
I loved it.
And Johnny,
Warcraft, there's one. You hated it.
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was. No,
It's
but
one of the worst
but it
movies
is
of
because
2016.
he hated
It's
it.
awful.
He hated it. I didn't think it was
near.
nearly as bad as you think. I
was
found it
awful.
more watchable than you think.
Then you can watch.
I
some
watched
terrible
it in
stuff
15-minute chunks though because
because you had to go to bed every time.
I got
See, I'm
tired.
gonna start this. I'm gonna go to bed.
So it's
I
going to
have
happen
15
tonight.
minutes to go to bed.
It's what's going to happen tonight.
I'm watching. Whatchamajigger? What'd you just mention? The 4 shows, 25 minutes each.
Okay.
Castlevania.
Castlevania.
My last question. What movies do you love that everyone should see but probably has not? What's one that you're like for me when I said Buckaroo Banzai, I love that movie. Everybody should see that. It's great.
I'd say Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim's a good choice.
I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it. We've all seen it. Have you guys seen Scott Pilgrim? Yeah. Scott Pilgrim is fantastic. That's a good one. You got one?
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Any Spider-Man movie?
Spider-Man Homecoming.
A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors was the bomb. I saw that in the theater like 3 times.
Do we get the
I wa-
Dokken to come and play the?
I love Dokken.
That's right. Who played the song, right?
Yes.
Dokken? Yeah.
The one with Chris Pratt? Okay. Is it good? So you really like it. Anyone else see that one?
Does Chris Pratt get
Hateful Eight.
shirtless? Because if he does, I'm there.
Him and Channing Tatum get shirtless together.
Magic Mike? You love Magic Mike.
Terrific.
I didn't see it.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Terrific.
Okay. Rock
Rock
of
of
Ages?
Ages?
So
That's
that's
Tom
one
Cruise,
everybody
right?
should see. That. Okay.
I won't see that.
I won't see that one.
Name's the monkey. Hey man, it's
I'm
fantastic.
sorry. I couldn't even watch the trailers for it. I
It's-
didn't make it. I didn't make it.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got
Speaking-
one.
speaking of
no,
Tom Cruise,
I got a legit.
Don't see The Mummy.
Oh,
I got a legit one. Everybody should see the movie American Movie. It's a documentary.
American Me?
American Movie. Everybody should see that.
American
it is
Mattress. Oh wait,
a fantastic film. Why
What?
would you not be eating?
That's Faces of Death.
That's for one. He just says he's got a
Faces
crazy
of Death.
toenail. Well, yeah. Don't be eating extra hard chips when you see that scene. Yep. American Movie. That's my vote.
Crunch. Crunch.
Yeah. I love that movie. You got one?
I don't know. Tom
Legend?
Cruise?
Who said Legend? Did you say Legend?
that's a.
I saw that in the
Who hasn't
theater.
seen- Of course he did, because you're 50 years old.
Right. 49, sir.
I know, Chris. It's funny for him.
49. He's old.
I am.
Yeah.
But he's young with the hair.
That's a toupee.
It's not how you feel; it's how you look.
That's right.
You look marvelous.
Yeah, I love that one. So, what else you got?
Edge of Tomorrow. Keep talking Tom Cruise. Like,
That's
I know a lot of
great-
people haven't
that's
seen
a
that.
great
That's a great
movie.
Really?
Oh, it's fantastic.
You guys didn't see this one?
That's another good one too.
That's a fantastic one. What
War of
was-
the Worlds was good too. I thought.
War of the Worlds is okay. Some of it is
The-
really good.
The
Yeah, right. Right.
Where he's slicing the air.
Edge of Tomorrow is good. You haven't seen it? Have
Edge
you
of
seen
Tomorrow? Love it.
it? Have
Yeah.
you seen it?
Yeah.
I thought somebody said they hadn't seen it.
No. My dad. He hadn't seen it.
We
You see it,
reviewed
Dad?
it.
Edge of Tomorrow?
Early Geeks.
No.
Opening
How
weekend.
about
It's a Tom Cruise movie. You'd like it.
The Adjustment Bureau? Did you see that?
Adjustment
I did not
Bureau
see
was
that one.
good.
That's good. It's a pretty good flick.
Yeah.
I didn't see the other one, The Accountant. I haven't seen that.
I didn't see that one.
That was pretty
That
good.
was a big one, though. A lot of people saw that. Everybody. Catch Me If You
Oh,
Can
yeah. That's
is
a good
one
call.
of my favorites. Love that movie. That's a classic. Yeah.
And we didn't go.
All right.
We didn't do Leading Men and Leo. It's-
Okay. You want to do Leading
it's-
Men?
yeah, we need.
What
to.
time is it?
It's just 8. So we got
All
5
right. We got
minutes.
time to do Leading Men. So, top leading men. You're going to say Leo?
Leo or Tom, they're both in it. That same movie we just talked about.
Tom who?
Tom Hanks
Oh, Tom Hanks.
and Leo. To them together. It's
Tom
See, that's the
Hanks.
thing. I look at it now. It's like Tom Hanks had that new Da Vinci Code movie. I didn't care to go see it. Like, so, like I'm looking at. So you got to look at it as: are you going to go
Did
out
you go
right
see?
now?
Did you go see The Revenant with Leo?
No, not in the theater. Exactly. I
But who has bigger? I mean,
I would say
Downey,
Leo.
Downey Jr. has bigger box office
but,
draw.
but wait a minute.
no.
Wait a minute.
In anything not.
I'm going
Marvel?
to say no,
Or
to,
Sherlock.
to that, and I'll tell you why. He did that movie right after all the hype with Iron Man. He did that one with Robert Duvall, the judge,
Yeah, but
and it
That wasn't.
tanked. it tanked. People didn't go to see that.
Well, because he played Tony Stark it wasn't very good.
So he does not have that draw. When he's Tony Stark, he has that draw.
So who would you say is the biggest draw right now?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah, Chris Pratt, which is crazy to say. Chris.
It is
Chris
crazy,
Pratt.
but you know what?
He doesn't even go see himself.
But you see,
He's like,
you
"Ah."
see he's going to be in a movie, and you're like, I know I'm going to have a good time. He's
Yeah,
good.
I mean, Jurassic World, Passengers.
He was great in
Guardians.
Passengers.
Yeah.
He was great in Jurassic. I love Jurassic World. I thought he was great in that. Yep. Yeah, it's a good one.
But he wasn't the.
What?
Oh, a whole bunch. Okay,
Oh,
so
bring it on,
run
ladies.
down the bends. Boo.
All right, all right, all
Keep
right.
going. Boo.
Ryan Gosling.
Keep
You know what?
going.
I'll see him in anything.
I
I'd
will
cast
not.
him in anything.
Yes,
Chris Pratt. James
Oh,
Franco.
Awful. Awful.
You know what? It
awful,
depends. Is it a comedy?
Awful.
I'm in.
Awful.
Is it not a comedy? Not
Hold on.
seeing it.
What was that one where they go and interview?
Is-
interview.
The
It's
big
awesome.
question is,
The one they go interview.
I don't know what the name of the movies are.
interview.
You know I don't know the name.
now
That's
wait,
what I'm asking.
is he a sausage in it? Because then,
No. Not
He's
even that movie. That
awful in
movie
that
was
movie.
awful. I'm talking about was it this is
Pineapple
this
Express?
is the end.
this is the end. He was great, but he was
Fantastic.
they were just all
They were
stoned and doing
themselves,
their
but they're
thing.
awesome.
Yeah,
No, they're not.
Pineapple Express.
but
awesome.
you know, but for that movie, the guy who stole the whole thing was Danny McBride.
Hey, McBride.
No,
And-
you're
and
talking
Sarah.
end of the
Channing
world.
Tatum.
End of the world.
Not
No, this is the end.
This
end
is
of the
end.
world is the Simon
The
Pegg
World's
one.
End
The
is
World's End.
Simon's-
Simon Pegg.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Danny McBride. Is
Danny
the best of it.
McBride.
and Emma Watson.
And Channing Tatum. I mean,
Yeah,
when he
but-
was the dog.
But Simon Pegg.
Ooh.
Yeah, Simon
Nick
Pegg's a good
Frost.
time. Colin Firth.
What? How old are you?
No, Colin Firth's awesome. Who are you to talk?
I wouldn't say Colin Firth.
You're like Roger Moore. I saw all of
You
his
said-
films.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I know. I love
Kingsman is great, and he
And he's
is
coming
great
back.
in that. Yep.
Did you rush out to see? It's no.
I'll rush out to see Kingsman. I will.
Yeah,
I will
I'll,
see
I'll
Kingsman
review it
for
open
sure.
weekend.
Come on, it's got all of it. It's got Channing.
It does have Channing Tatum in it too. Yeah, he's the American.
Channing
King.
Tatum's not the one. Ryan Gosling's the one. He's the better. He's an amazing actor.
No,
Have you seen
no.
Drive? Is it Drive
Yeah,
or
Drive.
Driver?
Drive.
He's amazing in that film. Yeah, if you watch La La Land, he's actually the one playing that piano, and he'd only been playing for 3 months.
He wears
Right. Second.
eyeliner really well.
Yeah, but as a lead, he
was
doesn't
good
draw
in
me
the-
to.
He was good in the 21 and 22 Jump Street.
But if I see he's in a movie, I don't think, oh, I want to see this.
it is. It's true. 21 Jump Street. 22. is
21,
there.
22 is awful. Jonah Hill. 22.
Although that Ice Cube scene at the college when he was that was
Yes.
terrific.
It is terrific.
Yeah. No.
Wait, who?
Say that guy with the balls and Jingle All the Way, because he's amazing. Oh wait, you have a criteria. I always get criticized for this. I have a criteria on everything.
Corky Romano. But Morgan Freeman is fantastic.
You don't go see a movie because Morgan Freeman's in it. You are pleasantly surprised when Morgan Freeman is in it.
He's awful.
Samuel L. Jackson, I would make that argument.
He hasn't made a good movie in like 5 years.
Who?
Awful.
Bull.
Awful.
Samuel Jackson?
Awful.
Bull. You and I went to see Hateful Eight, and he was great in that movie.
Okay, so 2 years.
We loved it.
The last 3 movies I've seen him in, he's awful. He's awful.
He was terrible
What?
in that.
He's awful in Kong. He's awful in.
No, he was
He's
terrible
awful in
that.
Kingsman. Awful.
That's what he's
He
just
was
talking about.
awful. Awful.
Kingsman, he was a terrible villain.
He was terrible in Kong too.
I didn't see him
the
in
list
Kong.
thing that he had going on was
Ugh,
just
awful.
really
But
bizarre.
He was terrible in that.
going back to what the argument is, when I saw Samuel Jackson was in Kong, I went, I gotta see this. So he still has that swag.
Well, then Tom Hiddleston for me.
I was gonna say Benedict.
Because I was like,
Cumberbatch,
I was
man.
like, Loki's in Kong, I'm there. And
He's good in it though.
he was in wasn't Jude Law in the Harry Potter? No, it was
No.
it was Colin.
Colin.
Colin
Deadeye.
Colin. Colin Colin.
Bullseye. Colin.
I don't know.
What's his name?
Who?
Colin what?
You're asking me. What is it? Who is it? What?
Who was the bad guy in
Harry Potter
Not Harry Potter. The why am I drawing a blank on the movie name? What's the last?
Well, this is helpful.
Magical Beasts, Fantastic Beasts.
Who's the bad guy in Fantastic
Colin
Beasts?
what? What's his name?
Colin Farrell.
Farrell.
Thank you.
No, he's not a draw. He's not
What?
a draw
From the
either.
80s?
Grant.
I
Notting
like
Hill?
you. I like.
Him and Julia Roberts. Although he was good in.
I like you, Grant, but he's not. He's not the draw. You know, actually, if you're going to make that argument, say George Clooney, because George Clooney,
Brad Pitt.
and he made some movies that people don't talk about, like Michael Collins. Isn't that the name of
Or
it?
Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, Oh Brother is an amazing film. Isn't it Michael Collins?
No, that
Isn't
was.
that the name of it? Yeah,
He wasn't Michael Collins, was he?
yeah.
Michael Collins
It's-
was Gabriel Byrne.
It's
and-
exceptional, and his acting in it is
What
like.
guy? The guy behind
It
the
is
guy
not
behind
the guy from TV. You're watching a
Daniel
true
Day-Lewis.
leading man.
He's retired.
Well, he's retired, but he's not coming back. He's done.
Forever.
Daniel Day is done.
Since he got out of
There
Facts of
will
Life.
be blood, Martha. There will be blood.
I drink your milkshake.
Yeah. There's a leading man, Daniel Day-Lewis. Holy cow.
What about Leo? Do we?
Yep. Not by me.
He's done. He retired. He's
Daniel Day-Lewis? Malkovich. Well, you didn't see Red, and I've tried to get you to watch it at home, and you won't.
Bruce Willis. If we're gonna bring it,
Red 2 is awful. Yeah, he's not a draw. I like him. I'm not looking for. We didn't say who's hottest.
we didn't talk about Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
I would
It
have
used-
to go because of that person right there waving her head.
Well, it used to be Harrison Ford for sure. I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
back when, and it was a good 20 years. Like every time you saw he was in something, you went, "Yeah, I got to see him." Then he became the impression I do of him, and that was not so good. Yeah.
just like Rob.
Okay.
Indy 4. Is that Skull? Crystal Skull?
5. Oh,
5.
Kingdom
4.
Crystal Skull.
Yeah. Whew.
C. Thomas
I think
Riley.
the problem.
Will Ferrell.
You know
yeah,
what?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
You know what? Will Ferrell. Number
Will
one.
Ferrell. No, because
Number one.
as much as I love Will Ferrell, there have been plenty of things that he's done that I just didn't watch.
Like what?
Casa de Mi Padre.
Okay, one. What else?
Yeah.
We said Will Ferrell. I think I
This
would.
this new one, House Party, it doesn't look funny. And I actually would have put Amy Poehler on my list of leading women once she gets more films under her belt. I think she's really excellent. But Will Ferrell, I love Will Ferrell. He doesn't draw me unless I see it's him and John C. Reilly opening night.
Together.
Talladega
Yeah.
Nights was so good.
Shake and bake.
Shaking me. Oh.
If you don't chew Big Red, then
But Step
kids
Brothers
got it.
is amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot the funeral home name, but blah 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 funeral home. Body's so good, you'd want to talk to him.
What else?
Shake and bake.
You got anyone else?
I think we
We
named.
don't even have a.
I think we made 20 billion names.
Yeah, David Tennant. You know what? That's true. And if
Lock
they
the doors. Lock
if
the
they
doors.
were films, I mean, how he hasn't crossed over to be that star? He was in the Harry Potter stuff. I know he's done films, but you're right. More so than
He's
just
too
about
good
any
for that.
like as
the
far
mic.
as people in TV, David Tennant's probably number one. Where I would go see anything with him. Guy's unbelievable. No.
Because he's the Purple Man.
Yeah, because he's Marty
Exactly.
Crouch.
Forget the doctor. Where am I at? Oh.
Because he's Marty Crouch. Sid and Marty Crouch.
Junior. Barty Crouch Jr.
Yeah. All right. Is that it? Are we done?
That's it.
That is it for Live at the Blue Box. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Internet. Thank you, boys. If you had a good time tonight and you want to support us, there is a box for donations right there. And Anna needs gas, so that would be a real help. That's it. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. That was so excellent, Mia. Awesome, awesome. Let's see, what else? You can follow the company on Instagram at SMG Pods. You can follow Molly's new blog about cooking. Well, it's a year old, but we're just getting the website up and everything. It's called What's Molly Making, and it is catching fire. It's really cool. And I think that's it for now. Yeah, go watch Jingle All the Way. And, yeah, that's it. We'll be back next week. James Wilder is here to do Tales from the Blue Light. And then in August, we will be here for Game Night. Yes. Be here or be Board Game Square. Peace out. It's trivia and 30-second delay and Geek Duel. That's all. Yes.